Alright, here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting game of Squad. My name is Socrates, your Shoutcaster for today. Today is September 24th of 2023. You're watching the Squad Open Tournament of 2023. Today's match involves two of the most legendary clans of all time. Old Knights, OK, versus Ukrainian Coalition, UAC. Really advanced players, really advanced tactics that we're about to see right now in Sumari. Really classic map indeed. Here's a map that we see right now. Let's go ahead and join up a squad, and then we're going to check out the map for map analyzation. Special shout out to the SLT staff and the clans and all of you, the players, for being here in this wonderful match. Looks like for now we will be joining up on the UAC team right now. Viva la Vivaldi. Okay, haven't seen them in a long time. It's been a while since we shoutcasted with OK. Old Knights, you're all amazing. So let's get into this. Are the graphics working? My hope is that it does. Let's see how this works. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to have to figure this out. The graphics. This takes a while to set up, but no worries, I have this down.
Wait, по-моему, саплайка на тому місці. Да, яку жирна саплайка.
Alright. Looks like blue team will be UAC, so we're just going to switch up the graphics right now.
А у меня есть.
Открытая,
закрытая. А я скрепка хуя.
Добитая, брат.
Save, save. And team 2, that. SLT logo should be working. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Cool. Now we got that
Лучше
done.
бы пиво купил сын собаки. Ой.
Show
Извините.
off, on. Should be good. Cool. All right, let's get this going. Again, thank you all for being here for today. Let's check out the map real quick to do the map analysis. Match begins in 60 seconds right here. Alright, overall map flow is as follows. Really small map, Sumari. Classic map, one of the oldest maps in Squad, but a very challenging map. A lot of urban building-to-building firefights right here. UAC is going to be stationed on the western side here, and on the eastern side will be OK team up on the northeast. As we can see right now, we got double flags with a simultaneous diagonal capture from northwest to southeast right there. First flag's already pre-capped by the teams on where my finger's at hovering, and one in the northeast as well. Looks like contest station will be along the river line right here as people try to get territory control along the vertical where my hand is hovering at right now. Usually we see a lot of firefights happen at this main bridge with the, a firing squad being stationed there, but we're probably going to see, we can see the multiple move marks right now. Multiple people are going to try to station and cluster along the northern side, and of course FOB activation to the southwest, probably from UAC will set some orders down, and again everybody's going to be spread all over the map, and we're about to see some serious gameplay. The match has now begun. I hope my teleportation works. Yes, it does. Teleportation works. Oh, this is so good. Alright. So right now, we're here with the players of UAC making our way down to the next flag right now. Looks like players are going infantry style right now. And looks like first vehicle about to engage right now. Holy cow. Check out POV view right now. This is insane. Looks like the first couple vehicles about to engage right now. Kill feed is working. First engagement's going down right now. Getting to OK. Trajkov's POV takes down Caught for a headshot right now as players make a flank on the northern side of the map. Looks like we got a Logi truck on the eastern side trying to set shop for a new FOB placement with OK players and ARC players building the building down the hallway to secure a position. First FOB comes out. FOB set by UAC southwestern side. Squad 3, UAC Belku. Along with Squad 5 support at Grandfish Pond. Southeast activation right now by Squad 5 Kraku and Squad 2 to the southeast Speckoe Wild. Along with Squad 6 support as well. Double fobs on the south side with an extra secondary FOB UAC north side right now. Full engagements right now with the blue team double squads up. Trajikov still causing a lot of devastation right now as we check his information. He's flanking around, going inside DES. Inside, he's trying to build up the hab. And the radio gets wiped out by a single OK player down here. SVK engaging right now. Saves the day inside the building. And wipes out shop. Doesn't end there. DJK, I know him. And Nitz. And another player down here, V. And Skeletor. Low HP, but he's doing fine. They're watching over the FOB placement down there. Quickly going down over. Looks like we're going to have a firefight here on the southern side. At the bridge. The FOB right now in the southwest near main base is doing just fine. That's supposed to be their main base, but because I'm pretty far off, it's showing as a blank. As we scroll out, facing northbound, you can see everyone spread out. This is almost a 30v30 match, 27v27. And here in the vertical line, people are trying their best to maintain perimeter security. Perimeter security right now by OK on the eastern side of the river, and of course on the western side by blue team here. Southern side bridge, as we see, with double FOB places, one on the western side and one on the far southeast right there by both teams. So territory control on that bridge side is going to be critical. A lot of stalemate pushes right now as they try to make sure they take position inside the buildings to prevent anybody crossing the river line that we see right now. This map is pretty difficult because it's not about sniping mechanics. It's about really taking a good positioning, whether behind a fence, a wall, a rooftop, or inside the building, utilizing the windows for cover. Going up to the northern side, looks like this FOB is going to be in trouble for now. Mortar's being utilized right now against who's setting that right now. We check the map real quick. Another secondary FOB from the OK team on the eastern side will have activation inside the building right there. Fresh logic supply, full ammo. Trying to locate where mortar operators are at right now. Mortar operators from the FOB in the southwest from Lesnick facing northeast, launching up against the red team right now. The kill feed is going wild. Truly wild indeed. And accurate mortars. The FOB, you can see Nitz, he's inside where the hab is at right now. He's staying under shelter. That's going to allow time for UAC with the mortar explosions causing a lot of chaos right here to allow blue team to try to recover the radio safe and sound. But miraculously, you can see, okay, they're going along, bypassing the mortars, braving along the area right now on the northern side of the map, up against a full force of blue team UAC players. Narcissus and Medic, he's going to try to get close right now, despite all the mortar explosions that can possibly go for a TK. But right now, Lesnick knows that his teammates are approaching nearby, so he's going to possibly seize mortars to allow the last-ditch effort by blue team UAC to get close to the radio and try to save the day. You can see right now the little Haskell thingies are poking outside the building right now, and if you get under the map, it's a very tight fit that we see. The radio, you can see, is actually being covered. The doorway is covering. Covered the radio. So, really big brain moves. I just want to explain while we're under the map, defying physics right now. This is big brain moves. They put the radio inside this little room right here. The hab is actually, the walls of the hab is covering the doorway entrance to get to the radio. So to take down this radio, you got to take down the hab first, and then you can tap into the radio. But that takes time. So that's going to allow the blue team, through the slowdown on this big brain move placement for their FOB to save their FOB in time. But right now the red team knows they got to play this careful, and they have to send more players to overpower this point and to take down the radio once and for all. Going back to the southern side of the map, looking pretty quiet right now. Southern Bridge right now, it's a staring contest right now. A lot of Spec-OE players from the OK team and the red team, they're stationed in the buildings right now. We kind of get into the POV. They're staying inside the building right now, and Element's going to try to get up into this area to secure the eastern side of the bridge. Even though it's not that much territory control, in less than 50-meter distance, getting as much territory you can in such a small map of such as Sumari will give you the upper hand advantage to get a better positioning up against these players. Looks like they're trying to patch themselves up. Checking out the situation of this FOB. Quiet FOB right now. You can check out Berto Best. He looks like he's building something special in there. Any mortar placements? Yes. That is from Samir Kamal from ARC, facing northwest. If we try out the line right now, he's possibly going to launch it at where the cluster of Squad 6 is at, where all the medics are at. Going back here, let's see if he's launching yet. Looks like multiple smokes have been launched, possibly from the Smoke Grenadier class with the blue color, or maybe any infantry. Point being, full UAC pushing hard eastbound up against more incoming OK players. Farao, Libel, and Sharmani inside the compound right now. Again, this is a very small map and a small amount of players in this for both teams, but it's still very intense. You can see the teamwork tactics, big brain moves is happening. People are sticking together, medics doing their job, staying nearby the teammates, backing them up from the behind right now. As the northwestern side, right here, more explosions still coming out. Holy cow, DES takes a hat-lat explosion over from the southeast. That came from somewhere to the south. Going right here, that FOB is still not safe, still taking a lot of explosions right now, but looks like DES and Travka and team from UAC LTBR, I know him. They're going to try to save the radio safe and sound. Looks like the vehicle's covering the entrance right now, which is going to buy the blue team enough time to position around where the FOB is at, and that destroyed vehicle is going to actually slow down the push against this FOB from UAC, because that vehicle will now be blocking the doorway that will prevent access from the red team. Now the red team, to get rid of that vehicle, that destroyed vehicle wreck, they're going to have to use some C4 explosions. There we go. Explosions coming out. DES looks like he is tracked. His vehicle's tracked, but he has good HP. We have a lat over to the south side right now, but looks like he's clear. Checking out overall map flow, this is what we're looking at. Right now, situation is still very dynamic. Double FOBs, blue team, north and south, with south AOK right now with the stalemate push on the bridge line here. On the northwestern side, multiple mortar explosions, contestation from both teams, hot FOB indeed. Stalemate vertical north to south push from both teams. Eastern side, southeast red team FOB, AOK for now. Northeast FOB, AOK as well. FOBs northeast and southeast from red team, OK. Doing safe and sound for now. Blue team having a difficult time holding the northern line, but utilizing mortars to help push and keep up the defense. Really solid. Going back to the map flow as follows. Also want to make a note, commander assets are not available for this match due to the small distance of this map, so we're not going to see the bang bang booms, but we will be seeing the mortars go on the map. Going up to the northern side, you can see multiple mortars going all over. If we do a massive scroll out of the map, you can get a better feel for how the flow of the map is going. Materials site, southern flag being capped right now by OK. So far, so good. Going over here, we're going to TP real quick. Southern bridge taking heavy fire right now. Secondary mortar right now, Grandor. This is very interesting. Something I want to highlight. I know what we're seeing is a lot of explosions, but something you want to take note real quick about advanced tactics. Red team, they're actually, each FOB is allowed 2 mortars. One mortar is actually being directed up northwest to cause devastation on northwest FOB against UAC. The secondary FOB on the OK team is actually being set to the western side up against the southern bridge line. So despite, usually we typically see both mortars launching in the same direction, either here or here, but they're spreading their assets accordingly to cause a lot of devastation from a whole north to south push. That's going to cause a lot of confusion for UAC, but UAC, we know both teams are very clever and smart, so they're going to be able to adapt to the situation. Right now, both teams, they do know that, you know, there are FOBs around the map, and that's a no-brainer, but the situation is, where is the FOB? It can be anywhere, and the difficult thing about Sumari is that the radio can literally be anywhere within any of these hundreds of buildings that they see. So right now, both teams are trying to, you know, peek up on the rooftop, or maybe look through the walls that we can see UAC. They're trying to position nearby the river to figure out where the cluster of the enemies are approaching from, to figure out where they can pinpoint where the FOB hab is at, and possibly go to make a sneak attack to try to take out the hab and the radio once and for all. We can see the Speckawi players on the eastern southeast side taking a lot of explosions, so that's possibly coming from the northwest side right here. We see LTBR, UAC, the northwestern mortars launching from here all the way down here, causing some explosions here to allow the blue team to make a push right here. Material site about to be full capped right now by red team. Now full capped. Northern side capped from the western. Looks like that's actually capped by the red team as well. Red team full control of materials and walled courts right now. 3 flags in control by UAC. And looks like on the northern side, sorry, that's facing south. Turning north. It's still almost a stalemate, but we do have a couple rallies being sent out in the area. Let's get a close POV view of what we're looking at right now. Again, this is a very close quarters combat situation as we get up close and personal with the teams. Red team, OK, DJK, Travkov, and Giftwork, and no need to shout. Sticking together, and they're about to make a hard push on the southern end, pushing west and getting close to the enemy FOB over on the western side. West side FOB, we got destroyed fresh vehicle wreck. The FOB where DES has just spawned is A-OK for now. Mortars being launched up against UAC in the far northeast right now. It was like Squad 7, UAC dodging that really well. We can see overall map, multiple rally points have been set around the map. We do have a sneak attack right here from Squad 3. Checking out real quick what is going on here. That's called Belku 875 UAC sneaky tactics. Looks like Gino is going to come in right now with one of the tracked vehicles. He looks like Squad 3 leader is trying to get some good intel. Looks like he has marked accurately a Logi on the northwestern side. So with that being said, he does know that there's going to be some type of sneaky, some type of sneaky FOB here. Even though it's not exactly where the radio's at right here, he knows from this intel, something I want to highlight real quick. This is something I want to highlight for tactics. Squad 3 leader, even though he's a single player on UAC on the southern side where my hand is hovering down here, he's keeping his head low, but he's actually marked out accurately the vehicles up north, and from there, the blue team is going to redirect their mortars closer within this bigger radius right here, and from the explosions, they're going to send more blue players in, trickling from the south side bridge, and trickle in to try to, clear shop, and from there, with the better location of where a possible FOB is at, they will be able to find this fob in no time. It looks like he's on the move right now. Squad 3 moving around. We're going to get into his POV real quick as we teleport to another player on the northern bridge right now. Looks like the red team's starting to make the initiation on the northern side. Roas and Libel moving towards a police station at a compound right there, and they're pushing further west. If we look at the overall map, the next flag that they need to cap, I know the map looks pretty messy right now, but the next flag they need to cap is actually Orchard up north. So this is how the flag progression is like. Right now, both flags in control right now by the OK team. Next flag is up here at this Orchard area. It's still pretty far away from the area, but right now the red team, the OK team, O Knights, they're going hard. They're not gonna, keep the game at the status quo. They're gonna keep it moving westbound and try to take as many flags as they can to secure the match. Going up here, so far so good. Squad 3 only got so far, but good news for him is that he will get revived by Libel, the medic. Rulis, poor guy, got shot. UAC hanging on the southern end right now, but Speckoe players, red team, is actually causing a lot of devastation. Blue team here trying to recover as best as they can. Spawning in from the southwestern hab right there. Squad 3, fresh FOB as they push through right there. Marthew, Speckoe about to engage right now. Narrowly dodges the two UAC players. It looks like he's going to make it safe and sound away. Going up here as we scroll in, looks like he takes a shot up against one of the players from UAC. Bulberus here's a shot, he's gonna engage on that. He might, oh, holy cow, I might actually see him. Inside the hab now, we get under. Without full engagement. Traded shot, unbelievable, nice save. The hab has been marked and found. Accurately marked to allow the red team to make a push hard. This hab will be proxied very soon. Going back up here, Squad 5 is now pinpointed from the blue team, the enemy location of their hab within vicinity. Berto Best, the only one next on the rooftop where the radio's at. He's going to be in trouble soon. Hanky about to engage up against the vehicle on the south. Keeping heads low up against Kraku. Full up engagement right now. Found. He's still alive. Disneck. Shot down. Low HP. Is he the medic? He is not, and he is downed. Nice save right now by Berto. Going up here to the northeastern side. Mortar is being operated by Simir Kamal and also Thrandar facing westbound. Possible explosions going on where the hab is at and nearby Squad 2 from UAC. FOB now being overrun right now by the Speckoe players OK team, red team. Mortars now being redirected from the red team up against the western side. of the map near Grandfish Pond, nearby main base. Multiple blue players approaching now, trying to save the day. Eastern side, still heavy contestation, multiple trading shots in the buildings right now as DES single-handedly going down eastbound into enemy territory. Poking through the walls, keeping careful right now, going through the door. DES left-leaning tactics right now, trying to save the eastern perimeter right now, despite multiple explosions going around. Very little support right now from the western side because everyone's being pushed back hard from the red team. Smoke grenades coming out right now as DES makes a flank up further eastbound. Getting close to an enemy right now. He's gonna get popped! Good attempt at that as well. Only 18 minutes into this match, and we have seen a lot of devastation and chaos. OK playing extreme offensive right now along the map. And as we move down southbound, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here right now. Oh, jeez. I can't. Building the building. Here comes a grenade. Going down. Overall map location as follows. Multiple red team players inside the flag. Situations as follows. So right now I'm here with the rest of the UAC players, multiple red team members from the OK team approaching from the eastbound over here, trying to get into this flag location to cap it. It's going crazy. A lot of smoke grenades going out, but so far so good. A lot of close quarters combat, so I need to keep my head down. Going up around the map as follows. To the south side, FOB trying to get recapped and resecured right now by the team members. Under the map right now, this is what we're dealing with. Specko Evil with the net, still alive, taken out by Henke as well. Nice save of multiple mortar explosions going on in the background. This building is hot. Looks like they got this FOB safe and sound. That's going to clear out the red threats right now in the map. Going up on the northeastern side, overall map flow is as follows. I want to highlight a couple things. So right now, we're about 10 minutes in. Last time we checked out the map analysis, but same situation. We got double FOBs, southwest and northwest from UAC, and we have the two north and south FOBs from the red team. Multiple mortars being utilized right now by the red team over on this eastern side facing west and southwest bound here. And it's still a heavy tug-of-war on the northern side as the red team tries to get territory controlled and trying to wipe out the enemy FOB to get close to this western flag here. We saw most of the battles going on the northern side right now. That's the focus that both teams are trying to do. They're tug-of-war on the top side pretty good. South side, not that much engagement, so we do have a couple trickling in enemies from the red team trying to get to the western side here. But right now, blue team is doing really good on the defense. A couple close calls, but both teams are still on a north to south. The battle line is from north to south. Teams are still tug-of-war in the area. So far, so good. Going back up here, looks like Squad 3, full security of that southwestern UAC FOP. Walled courts right now, multiple explosions. Everyone taking shelter right now. We get into Glenner's POV right now. Again, a lot of casualties. Medics trying to revive as best as they can despite all the explosions going on right now. A lot of players, they have to keep moving. If the players stop moving, they will get destroyed by the explosion. It looks like Cott is going to take a full-out beating right now from 5 people coming up. But will he be able to take him out? He's up against 4 players right now. Left-leaning tactics. This is big brain moves. I'm here right now with the UAC as he tries to pop a couple red players coming in right there. He's a very sharp shooter right now. Good left-leaning tactics, big brain moves, left lean all the way, okay? Going back up here causes a lot of devastation right now. Caught. He did get shot one time for yellow HP. It looks like V's going to brave it and try to go close to his face right now. Zit. Caught. About to get shot. Saved. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. That's it. He got 2 more people to take out right now. Lucas coming up on that southeastern side. Caught, keeping his gun out. Shot down from the eastern side. No need to shout. I will shout. Ah! Nice save right now from Kant. Going down here. Looks like Squad 2 making a hard push up against using the explosions right now. Holy cow. Okay, here we go. We're gonna brave. Oh, jeez. Ah! Let's go. Going in there into the flag right now despite all the explosions. Holy cow, this is insane. Red players, full secure right now in walled courts right now. Barely any blue players inside the point to stop them. They got full squad right there. Multiple explosions coming out as they're getting inside the POVs. They're going inside the building. going building to building, staying under shelter right now, up against the explosions. They're playing very carefully. Overall tactics as follows. Mortars being launched by Lesnick right now from the west to the east. Closing in right now where the helicopter marks are at for detonation zone communications right now. There it is. More blue players now coming in. Bulbers is the one closest right now. But they're closing in on these enemy red players right now, coming in right now. Blue players now, they have a full security on that northern side that we see. Pushing eastbound. Double squads going eastbound. Riverline is the hot zone. Going down into the area. Again, explosions still causing a lot of chaos for the red team members here as blue team, they try to get upper advantage from the north side, spawning from the FOB to the west with full HP and full ammo. They're doing A-OK. We're about 20 plus minutes in right now. Ticket count as follows, 150 to 177. OK, leading by around 20 tickets. The ticket gap is still pretty small, so this can go either way. A lot of trading shots, still an even battle. Shamani gunning to his POV right now. He's running. Well, building the building. Getting back up from Nitz and Trojko with Glitzwork on the left side there. Multiple explosions coming out. Hanky now separated from his team. About to get full out engagement right now. Gets wiped out by Piccone. Traded shots with Piccone Papa. The mortars will never cease. The comms are going. The comms are going wild. So far, so good. Going back up to the southern side, how are we doing? Looks like Materials site now getting a budge on a move on right now from the blue team members. Got 2 players up here near Materials site. They need more people inside the flag vicinity to cap the radius. If we scroll out real quick, this is what we're doing. Let's get into POV view right now on Billy. Got one Vader right now. They're chasing after him. That's the medic up in the wall! Taken out by the 2 UAC players. Nice shot with that Billy. Nice try to spec the OE player. If we scroll out real quick, the flag radius is actually a small cube that we see at Materials site right here. Hawaii is down, so this gives the blue team UAC members fresh pushes right now into this flag to cap it A-OK, but I believe they do need one more person to start initiating the flag cap. They're now in. Going up to the southeastern side, the FOB where Berto is at, where he was trying to defend single-handedly, doing A-OK. Quiet area. On the eastern side, we have the 2 mortar users right here. On the east side, looks like... Oh, geez Louise, they got chaos right here. Samir is still alive, but it looks like his mortars are decommissioned for now. It looks like they're going to try to get that back up. We get into Thrander's POV. Yep, looks like they're digging out the radio. They're taking down the radio. Looks like their location has been marked by the enemies on UAC team, so they're going to possibly try to relocate their mortars. Mortars still being utilized right now from the western side. That is LTBR facing eastbound where the helicopter detonation marks are. Again, it's still a lot of contestation with the explosions causing a lot of stalemate pushes from a north to south action right now. We get over here to SBK, Nevel, and Des. This is complete chaos. We get the DES right now down the hallway, still pretty hot. Explosions going out from everywhere you can imagine. Material site looks like squad 2 and 5 from the red team are going to send more people to help to wipe out the 2 blue players right now. We're going to get into Billy's POV as he tries to make a defense up against a full incoming squad from the eastern side. Spec OE players now going inside the position to resecure the zone. But looks like Billy and Disney now getting the backup they need from their 3rd player. And looks like poor Billy gets wiped out by Hawaii. Hanky gets shot from the corner right here. Disnak, the only hope left for this now, not my president, is down. Disnak coming in right now. Right-leaning tactics. Nice save from Disnak. Looks like not Neb. More backup is coming in. He is the medic from the blue team. But they do have more incoming red team players approaching from the southeastern side. Overall map flow is as follows. Situation still massively dynamic. Again, the FOBs right now are still up. A lot of contestation that both teams are now encountering up against each other. And now both teams are still going on the offensive and with the strong defense as well. Mortars being utilized by both teams as typical throughout this entire match. Material site still pretty hot. Blue team having a trouble trying to resecure the area, especially with the nearby enemy red team FOB to the southeast, as the red team is not going to let go of this FOB just easily, and the flag. North side, multiple helicopter mark and declarations for mortar targets are launched here with constant explosions, causing stalemate pushes from both teams. right now, the battle line is still focused along the river from north to south. FOBs, double FOBs from both teams, still active. Taking a couple threats here and there. Looks like Wild Quartz is now being neutralized in favor of the blue team. Radius is as follows, as multiple explosions are preventing the red team from pushing in. I want to make a quick analysis real quick. The blue team are now inside fully. You can see the little outline of the flag rectangular prism here. Blue team all stationed inside the buildings, taking cover and shooting from the windows, allowing the red team to push into them rather than the blue team pushing out. At the same time, blue team utilizing mortars to explode on the outer perimeter of the flag to hold back the enemy red team here to allow enough time for the neutralization of the flag in favor of UAC. Big brain, coordinated, multi-combat moves and teammates and teamwork. Looks like they're about to get this flag with triple chevrons up right here to get Wild Quartz down. That's about to be neutralized very soon. Great job to them. Going down here on the south side, material site, simultaneous push right now. Double squads now stationed inside the south side of material site with double chevrons up, but taking a lot of threats right now from the FOB here as more red players trickle in like this from southeast to northwest to get into the flag perimeter here. Mortar explosions happening right now, being launched from the western side of the map facing this way. But blue team with their west and southwest FOB here, they're going to trickle in from the left side of the screen to resecure the point here. Getting inside for a little close POV view right now. Close quarters combat inside the bushes. They're right next to each other. If a grenade comes out, it's going to be very devastating and chaotic. The comms are going wild. The comms are going wild indeed. 2v2s. Oh, jeez Louise! So right now, I'm here with the rest of the players. We're trying to defend these corners right now. I'm just peeking up above the wall to get a good look at the incoming enemies right here. So far, we're doing good. Capping right now, material side, triple chevrons right now. We're doing good. Going over on the map, blue team securing this point very soon. Wall coming down as well, simultaneous push. We have seen a miraculous turnaround, 119 tickets to 124, still about even. OK leading by less than 10 tickets right now, but the red team losing territory, but looks like they're still pushing hard on Wild Quartz with double squads on the eastern side. Blue team still holding down really well, despite taking a lot of explosions and grenades, and full out red team coming in right now. OK players pushing in right now. Wall checking out the walls right now. So I'm here right now. We're about to pop this wall open. If we can get through this wall, the red team will be able to capture this flag. They're inside the building right now. Jeez. One player, Sumrak, is still alive. DJK. DJK is one of OK's best players right now. He's going to take a massive risk. Players are reviving each other in the same room. Two players up, and here it comes. Taken out from the behind. Nice save from Chavkov. Going back facing westbound right now. Red player teams still are now turning around the flag right now. Situation still heavily dynamic. FOB still active right now. Red team has completely overrun the flag on the north side. These two flags can be captured at the same time. This is not a linear push, one flag at a time. This is a double flag simultaneous push. The mid flags can be captured at any time by any team, so both teams have to trickle their players between both flags evenly unless they want to just settle for one flag each. But we can see both teams are going hard to maintain both flags as best as they can, especially because they have nearby north and south FOBs to make a push from either direction in both teams. South side, blue team still has control of that, but now red team is changing the tide up here. It will now shift to a northwest to southeast battle line perimeter security. Down here, it looks like red team squad 2 and 6 still trying their best to send more players in. Explosions happening directly on the flag point right now as players get in. We're gonna get into the POV view real quick here. Hopefully we're gonna send in a reporter and he's gonna be a-okay. So right now, I'm on the roof right now, multiple explosions going on right now at the, oh jeez. Wild Quartz looks like, yep, being taken. Material site, still one chevron up. The flag cap is slowing down because of the incoming red players from the OK team and the Spec OE players in this eastern perimeter. That FOB needs to go down. That FOB is causing a lot of threats. If that FOB remains to stand, the red team players will continue to send in more players to slow the flag cap down on this flag. Going back up here, looks like we have a sneaky squad, squad 3, led by Rulis and Piconi Papa, gonna try to sneak an FOB here. What is going on? They have located the FOB. How? Wait, how did he know? Holy cow! Wait, how did he know? Whoa, smoke grenade comes out. They're going hard. Piconi Papa initiating the digging down right now. Holy cow. This is insane. Real quick here. So I'm here right now. The situation is about to turn extremely dire. What? The red team, OK team, has located successfully the southwestern FOB from the UAC team right behind me right here. They're currently digging it out right now. How do they find it? I have no clue. But both teams utilizing the mortar tactics and the flanking squads and the small flanking squads that they do have going around Sumari, they managed to locate one FOB accurately here. If this FOB falls down from the UAC side, the southwestern front, and the southern flag push at material site will be easily recaptured by the red team. This is a critical FOB, but the good news for the blue team is that it's actually nearby their main base. As long as they have Logi supplies, they can remake the FOB except at a different location because this one is now compromised. Holy cow. That's it. Blue team now reacting to that squad 3 Belku and medics pushing west as fast as they can. Because they're now digging down the radio, the hab is now deactivated here. Indication, and also at the same time, they see the radio health is falling. Rulis is now going to have to single-handedly hold down 3 different doors as the full force of squad 3 from UAC push in right now. If these two players can hold it down, Piconi, low HP right now, is going to have to save the day. Belku checking that out. Wiped out by Belku. Strategic move right there as they flank the south door right now. Rulis still alive as he has to deal with 4 players. If Rulis can hold back all 4 players, it will substantially slow down the advance of the blue team. Rulis low HP right now. Right leaning that. He's still alive. Watching that door. Watching that area. Explosion now exploding within vicinity. Billy down. He's not going down without a fight. And indeed, he went down with the fight. Rulis is down. Diznek saves the day with the team here. Explosions coming out. Cease mortar fire. Cease mortar fire indeed. Is that the blue team mortars? Maybe. No, it is not. It is another set of mortars somewhere. That is being sent by Thrandor. Holy cow. This is insane. Mavericks, good to see you. Jeez Louise, and thank you all for joining me right now. Angel, I'm glad you like it. You have beautiful forearms, thank you. Really quick, it seems that the chat says I'm getting swole. I've been working out lately, but I'll probably show you in a bit. Let me just check out the map real quick. Well, of course, now being resecured by the blue team right now. Holy camole. This is, again, this whole match has been a tug-of-war this entire match. Blue team resecured the point. Looks like they're taking a lot of devastation right now on the eastern side as they try to get closer to the FOB. Here, FOB on the red team is now being pushed hard, now deactivated with Squad 1V, the only alive player inside the compound, as he has to hold down the entire point up against the blue team here. This is insane. If this FOB falls, it can go either way. Squad 3 with their fresh rally point up here, I believe that's from the red team. They somehow managed to slip by the enemies and now going for round 2 push up against the FOB. Piconi and Rulis going for round 2 push with mortars utilizing for the safety, and Piconi just almost gets wiped out by his teammate potentially. Here we go. Henke, he's about to get shot by Rulis. Watches that right side. Taking out Billy. Holy cow, it doesn't end here. Rulis now coming in. Saves the radio. That's it. Rulis. Unbelievable gameplay from Olden Knights along with Piconi Papa backing him up from the left side. And they're going to try this for round 2. Situation is now desperate. Right now, Rulis and Piconi Papa going for round 2 to take out the FOB on the southwestern side. They are now successfully trying to take it out right now. Simultaneously, on the northeastern side of the map, the blue team is making a hard push on this northeastern side, but looks like the red team has now resecured it right now. But the FOB location has been accurately marked by the blue team. The red team right here still pushing hard on walled courts on the northern side, but UAC have full squad stationed inside the flag perimeter, inside the buildings as Shamani and DJK and Farrell try to resecure the northeastern side, but they're up against a full UAC force inside the flag. Shamani jumping from building to building, wall to wall. DJK dropping down, taking a little health damage right now. Farao about to full engage up against 4 players right now. Sumrak coming in. Gonna try to revive Glaner right now. 24 minutes left on the clock. Material site now resecured by the red team. Full force there. Belku is down. Red team full security in the southern flag as well. Material site, 1 chevron going up on the northern side. Still a tug of war. It can go either way. Either way. Shout out to Kudu. Comms are going out. Squad 5 saves the day at the FOB. They're digging it up again, getting the health back up. Situation is very dynamic, as I said. Are they digging it down? Yep, they're taking down the radio. So I just want to explain something real quick here. As we just saw, you're probably wondering, why did you take out the FOB? Well, big brain moves. Like, hear this. Because the FOB keeps taking threats from the red team, the blue team has decided that it is better off to take down the FOB to save their tickets and relocate the radio at a safer location. Now, where can they set their location for the new FOB? We see on the map, real quick here, they can get a bit close, but not too close. Their options are limited. With Sumari, if you want to get 2 FOBs, which is typical for this map, you only have so many options. Because what's going on right now is the northwest FOB perimeter is here, and the farthest, or the closest they can get it on the south side is just out on the southern side of where my hand is going around the sphere. So they can still set it, but still going to be nearby where the old radio is at. Their options are limited, but they have to reset it somewhere else so that they can refocus on retaking that southeastern area here that's now being taken over by red team. North side, still a lot of stalemates. Northeastern FOB from red team still up. Blue team having a difficult time holding down wall courts and at the same time making sure that their FOB is not getting sneaked up upon by the red team. Going up here right now, looks like Squad 3 utilizing their western rally point. I have no idea how they got there. But anyways, they got there. And looks like, nope, they have now shifted their plan. Full squad spawn, and they're reviving everybody as fast as they can. This is insane. They're rushing the northern FOB now. They probably knew that the southern FOB is a lost cause, and you know, they don't know this yet, but the FOB from the blue team has now been taken down by the blue team themselves to relocate at another location. But Squad 3 led by Rulis, he's not letting this go. He's gonna go straight to rural. What will they do? Will the red team go straight for the flag, or will they hunt down the FOB, which is to the northeast right there? Either way, they have to hold this down with a single squad. They are completely separated from the rest of the team, so whatever they do now will change the battle tide of this game. Rulis, as we have just witnessed, the legendary gameplay right now, he's a sharp shooter. So even though he's a small squad, Piconi, Papa, and Rulis, with those 2 alone, they can actually cause a lot of devastation. But now with Farao and Sarge and everybody else, Libel and Shamani, they can completely pulverize either an FOB or a flag. We shall see. And it looks like they're going to bypass Orchard and hit the FOB here. The FOB is inside the corner building. Again, the HAB is blocking the entrance to that radio. Actually, well, not really, but never mind. So doorway is a-okay. You exit through here and you can tap into the radio there, but you've got to turn a couple corners. That's it. The red team is now just outside. Now Farrell is going to brave the intersection, standing in the middle of the intersection right there, takes out SVK, and they're going in right now up against Ego. Farrell wiped out. That's it. FOB is now in trouble. Rulis, squad leader along with Piconi, shoots down Ego right now. Hikari shooting down right now Sloth. And that's it. This FOB is being completely surrounded. Red team squad 1 securing the northern side. This FOB is in trouble right now. Red team is now circling the FOB from the north side and also the west side from the sneaky squad from squad 3 and about to close in on this one perimeter intersection right now. This FOB from UAC looks like it's in big trouble. How's the blue team doing on the rest of the map? They're trying their best. DES and Hikari still alive, but he's getting behind shot from V on the southern side. No more, they don't have an FOB active anymore on the map nearby on the south side. So they're utilizing rallies to get by. Looks like explosions are going on the southern front right now. It's slowing down the push from UAC, but looks like they're going to brave the river right now to get closer to the flag. Not Nev coming in right now. Jeez. So I'm here right now on the bridge as the blue team utilizing only rally points now because the southern FOB from the blue team is now down. They're going to make a push to try to get closer to the southern flag to try to shift the battle tide further east. Because right now what the situation looks like is that the blue team is losing a lot of territory very quickly on the northwestern side. Situation not good as mortars explosions going on all around us right now. Blue team now getting very close to the perimeter. Not my president, along with Billy. Speckawee, Hawaii, and small squad still holding down the area. Red team here, looks like it is very clear that the red team, the Speckawee players are the defense squad at the southern side. Going over here, Billy about to have the same type of engagements that we saw last time, but they're going to be very careful. Element trying to make a southern farm flank right now away from the flag, and they're going to try to sandwich the flag accordingly. Mortar is being utilized by Easton Thrandar right now. We have a southern vehicle on the south here facing northbound. Wait, is that a vehicle? No, it's a vehicle mark. Looks like the FOB is going to get saved right now by the blue team, so let's check it out right now. Heavy casualties right now, but looks like Nevo is going to try to assess the situation inside the hab as more blue players get back in point. Arc player right there, Grumpy and Libel, going to send in more support along with more OK players pushing from their eastern hab and from the walled courts. Walled courts coming down right now. Ticket count 71 to 49. Multiple explosions going out at walled courts as we assess the situation here. Blue team, they're going to try to make sure to stay inside the flag point and slow down the flag cap to prevent the drop in tickets. UAC leading by 20 tickets. This is a very close match, but it looks like red team, they do have more territory control, but the blue team has solid defense right now. Situation is as follows, with only one FOB active from the UAC team on the northwestern side and still the same two FOBs from the red team north and southeastern side. Territory control looks like the red team Old Knight players are having the upper hand advantage for territory control as they push out west, and on the western side the UAC have a solid defense. Despite losing one of their FOBs now, they can still utilize rally points. So their tactics have now shifted. They're going to still focus utilizing the rally points on the southern end. They're going to push east across the river and utilizing some of that bridge despite the mortar chaos going down here to try to push the enemies back southeast and try to redirect more of the red players to go on the defense here. At the same time, UAC is trying to save their FOB here and try to slowly push out the red team approaching from the east here. They do know that there is an enemy fob there, but they just need more blue players to make a push to get more territory control here. Again, this whole match, as we've seen, has been a lot of tug of war. Red team getting full control of the walled courts, and they're taking a lot of pinning down fire from the mortars, launching directly on top of their location. Getting to Samani's POV right now. He's staying under shelter, looking through the door right now. Multiple players just not moving from the position because the mortars are going extremely wild on the point. Mortars being utilized by LTBR facing southeast towards wall court. Helicopter marks launching where the explosion marks are happening right now. Happening all throughout the map right now. This is insane that we are now witnessing. Truly insane. Tyler, good to see you. Coach, you like the finger explanation. Scoreboards from time to time. Here's a scoreboard. Tori, have a quick look at the scoreboard. We're going to have a look at the scoreboard at the end. But right now, so far so good. That's the scoreboard. Again, all the tug of war, multiple explosions going on at the walled courts. It's still complete heavy tug of war right now. Here it is. Going inside the building. Medic Zekun trying to patch up people, but it's still not safe. Nitz and Shamani and Tragkov still alive. The blue players now moving in despite all the explosions right now. They're going in. Medic trying to save the day. Shamani going down. Travkov full engagement right now. Saves it. Wipes out the two incoming blue players. Here comes a grenade. We're gonna get inside. Get back! Inside. Shamani is down. This is insane. The blue players, despite taking a lot of friendly mortar fire, they have went building the building and have successfully wiped out the red player threats from OK team here. Now resecuring walled courts, the flag is now neutralized, and they now need more people. We got Migs coming in on the western side, and Rulis, squad leader, coming in from that northern side as well. It's not over yet. There are still a lot of threats, many heavy casualties from the blue team right here. It's just a matter of who can get the upper hand advantage from the behind. A lot of trading shots. We got someone on top of the wall, Miggs right here. If he turns around, they don't see each other yet. Oh, just barely saw him right there. Bobra's marking out. He's like, we gotta hunt that guy down. Oh, shot from the wall. Unbelievable. Miggs, parkour action. Not sure if this is gonna be possible after the ICO update, but this is how you call big brain moves pre-ICO. Going down here, Libel, full red team coming out, resecuring the building right now. Jeez Louise. 14 minutes left in the match, 50-29. Okay. Under by 20 tickets, but still heavy territory control in favor of red team. Down here, material side, how are they doing? Looks like red team still full security of the southern flag right now, taking a couple threats from the UAC Ukrainian Whirlwind, Sakras there, and southern side element here, but they're unable to push into the red team forces here. The red team has this full security. Even though it's not that many red players, they do have the buildings under control. Southwestern side here, bridge doing okay as UAC Billy and Not My President try to make a different approach on the flank to hit the eastern flag. Mortars are slowing down the middle bridge approach right now here, so they might bypass, and from the looks of how they're projecting right now, looks like they're going straight for walled course to the north to support more of the UAC players as the explosions and all the smoke mortars go out right now. Inside the area, Diznak, inside the building right now, where all the clusters of red players are now down. We're going to get under the map to kind of get a better feel for what's going on in here. Diznak looks like he's just checking room to room. Many dead bodies. He's going to revive Henke right now with his band-aid. Going back up here facing westbound. UAC now resecuring the point right now. And that's secure. Full secured indeed. So far so good. Looks like this match is still on. Situation is as follows. Sorry. Forgot to press something. So, situation is as follows. UAC sticking only to one FOB now on the western side, now recontrolling the northern flag at walled courts. On the southern side here, red team still full security along with their FOB to the southeast, along with the mortar users operating all over the map. This whole match has been a tug of war. Both teams are doing really well. Ticket gap's around 20 tickets right now. Who will win? Next minute, we might see another flip around where red team takes over the northern flag, but we can see UAC has now determined that all they need for the rest of this match is just one FOB. They do have enough supplies, and they have the logistics to be able to make a southern FOB somewhere, but from now, looks like they're going to try to conserve tickets and to try not to get backflanked from the behind that we saw from the red team, Squad 3, flanking from the western side to take out the south fob. The UAC is going to be playing a bit conservative and trying to make sure they utilize all their medics to make sure the lives are saved. Red team at the same time with double FOBs, they're able to have a solid defense and a solid offense on these flags on the north and the south side. But UAC, they've now figured out the tactics that the red team is now doing. And you can see they're clearing shop right now with all the red team approaching here. And because they're closer to their FOB to the west with 7,000 ammo points, they can go ahead and spam grenades and do everything they can to completely push out the red team at the eastern flag. Got a lot of red team members focused on the southern side, as we can see here. Blue team, lots of casualties just north outside the flag up against Squad 1 and Squad 4. The blue team, they're going to try to focus the play inside the flag right now. Despite all the casualties, they're staying inside the flag zone and letting the red team come to them. Right now, with 4 chevrons up right now, they're about to fully cap this flag. 11 minutes left. With 5 chevrons up, this flag is now going definitely in favor of the UAC team. But right now, okay, they're still fighting really hard, but they're getting stopped in their tracks right now. Situation is as follows. So I just want to highlight real quick. We're facing north is that way, west is that way. Current flag on the south side, full security by the blue team right here. And the blue team sending more squads up north to try to slow the enemies down at the red team here. Because what they want to do is keep more red players outside the flag this way. So if the blue team can stop the enemies nearby the river instead of stopping them at the flag point, it'll allow the blue team to secure the tickets faster and try to secure the victory for this game. Going back, you see Piccone Papa and red team. They're now inside the flag point. The blue team could only do so much on the northern side here to stop the enemies, but Piccone Papa is now back inside, and you can see how sharpshooter he is. He's going to get inside where Diznak is at. He's down. Henke wiped out by Piccone Papa with the left lean tactics. Travkov watching the northern end on top of the rooftop. UAC players still focusing just outside the flag perimeter to stop the enemies in their tracks along this hallway here. Going back to the southern side of the map, material site full security right now by the red team, and they're now pushed out to start pushing towards wall courts. FOB looks like it's getting flanked right now by Squad 3. Holy cow, Squad 3 is now flanked and got behind enemy lines. Belku, UAC, Thrandar knows that somebody's here. It looks like Belku's gonna operate the mortars from the enemies. He launches one. This is insane. Belku utilizes one of the enemy mortars facing northwest bound. But because of that sound, the red team is like, wait, we have none of our friendlies are nearby the mortars. So they're going to try to inspect the situation. Belku's going to let them come to the mortar to inspect, and he's going to shoot them in the face right now. He's going through. Jeez, wiped out by Kraku. That was a good attempt. Resecure flag, and that was the only threat that they had from Squad 3 UAC. On the southeastern side, FOB doing just fine, as we see right here. Birdo watching over the flag, making sure nobody's flanking the southern FOB. But right now, as you can see in this area right now, the red team is now shifting on the offensive, sending their people from the southern flag to help out the north wall course to try to overtake the flag. This FOB from the red team is now wide open. As we can see, nobody's clustering on the south side right here. So blue team, if they wanted to, they can take out the flag A-okay. But right now, looks like the full focus in the match will now end at the northern flag. Going up here to the walled courts. Full cap right now by the blue team. Ticket count 30-6. This is insane right now. Red team trying their best to try to conserve tickets. Multiple explosions coming out right now as UAC try to lock in the victory. 28-6 right now. Unbelievable. You have seen non-stop mortars going on throughout this entire match. People have to go building the building, hide under shelter, and wait until the explosion cease to continue pushing through the area. Both teams are performing extremely well, as we see in the northern side right now. Red players pushing as fast as they can westbound in the northern side. Nits wiped out. Unbelievable. DJK going on the rooftop. The problem is that if they stay on the rooftop, they have a high probability of getting hit by a friendly mortar or the enemy mortar as well. So what both teams need to do is stay under shelter and move when they can. As soon as explosions cease or pause, they have to keep moving. You can see more players from the western side from UAC pushing in through. More smoke grenades get launched out right now. 6 tickets to 27 right now. Red team, they're giving it their all. Their FOB is still safe on the eastern side, and they're still pushing past the river line on the north to south line and getting close to the flag at the walled court. UAC is still holding down to the flag with multiple red team members getting stopped right outside the flag area where the river stops at, with UAC watching. You see Billy and Sumrak there watching that opening in the wall, trying to pop every single red player. It looks like Samir, TK from Samir, Nits, DJK, and Sarge. Mortar TK right now. Holy moly, look at the kill feed right there. That's it. The chaos is on. The chaos is truly turned on here. The UAC full HP medics doing their duty right now to secure the flag. Overall map flow is as follows. Squad 3 is still down. Mortar is being utilized by Samir facing northwest. Another FOB activation goes down. It looks like the 3 players up on material site. Trying to cap it now in Neo Newer. Now with Naneb, an element now inside the flag to initiate material site cap. 26-4 tickets left, 6 minutes remaining, and that's it. Material site now being capped with 1 chevron out, 3 players down. A material site with the fresh FOB there. Wide open flag from the blue team to make a good approach on the southern side right now. Red team, because their spawn point is still there, they can send more of their dead players on the northern wall court flag outside of there, spawn them up on the south side to try to slow down the flag cap here, or redirect the mortars that Samir is operating on the eastern side and shoot down mortars here to allow time that red team can react to secure the southern flag. Going back to walled courts right now. Walled courts, again, full good security. A lot of tug-of-war stalemates. A lot of trading off firefights right now on the eastern side of the flag as SPK and Sumrak and Shinigami from UAC to try to resecure the area. Mortar is being utilized right now, and oh, looks like we got a troubled FOB here. Mortars are being utilized. Looks like Samir is launching the FOB mortars directly on top of the FOB, with Shunya, UAC, and Trafka are going to try to save the day. Looks like the FOB possibly took some damage. Deactivated FOB potentially. Is it deactivated or proxied? It's possibly damaged. No, is it? I believe the radio is damaged. Yeah. Radio looks to be damaged, which is probably why it's getting proxied. But the good news is that Wild Court's still full security right now. Without any nearby spawn points for the next minute, UAC, they're still alive, utilizing their medics to slow down the red team advance on the eastern side. Mortar operator still doing his duty. The LTBR on the the western side facing southeast. Looks like helicopter marks launching a materials site to help out the blue team. And that's it, a Pyrrhic victory. The MEA win the battle. Congratulations to UAC with a 25-0. Holy camole. Check out the scoreboard. That's it. UAC extremely happy. Well-deserved victory. Great job to both teams. And that's the scoreboard. Hope that y'all enjoy it so far. Holy camole. This is intense goodness on Sumari. We're going to be on a quick 5-minute break. But real quick, let's talk about the map analysis as we go, and do the quick restroom break here, and you can all refill your beverages and popcorn and all your snacks that you're watching with your family and friends out there. But let's see what we got here. This is insane. So something I want to highlight real quick. We just saw legendary gameplay this first round of the Squad Open Tournament 2023 on today, September 24th. O-Knights versus Ukrainian Coalition. First round victory just ended with the UAC victory of 25 tickets. Both teams have fought really well this match. And really quick on what we saw as a highlight throughout this match, the situation that we saw, UAC started on the western MEA side, on the eastern side the other team okay on that side as well. The main first round has focused from a north to south line along the river line, with throughout more than half the match both teams have set a north and a south FOB, along with the north FOB here and a south FOB here to secure the middle flags over here and also at the walled courts up north. This flag is very unique because the first two flags can be capped in a linear fashion right here and also here and there. But the problem here, the thing that gets interesting about the Sumari layer, is that both the middle flags here and here are able to be simultaneously captured by both teams. So both teams have decided to use big brain moves to have both the north and south FOBs to make a vertical push from west to east, and likewise from the east to west like this to hit both flags simultaneously. Both teams wanted to make sure that they have as much territory control all sweeping across the north all the way to the southern side of the map. And throughout that, we saw a lot of tug-of-war matches going on, especially focused on the walled courts up on the northern side. They kept going back and forth. 1 minute later, red team takes it over. Next minute later, blue team recaps the area. The FOBs have been sneaked upon by both teams. They got around to the west and the southwest FOB. And also the blue team tried to sneak on the southeast FOB as well, and over there on the northern side. Both teams at all times throughout the match been utilizing full-time mortars on the northwest FOB for the blue team and also on the southeast FOB from the red team. And they were launching mortars either from the north and the south depending on how the team wanted to make a push throughout that match. We later saw throughout the southwestern side that the blue team FOB was getting sneaked upon by the squad 3 of the red team from OK. With only a small squad, they managed to sneak around to get a back rally point set in between both the FOBs here and trickled in their players to try to take down, with only 2 players from the red team, to try to take down the south FOB. After a failed 2 attempts, the UAC team, the blue team, decided to just dig down the radio on the southern side and only operate the rest of the match utilizing the north FOB. I believe the UAC team, they did have intention to set another southern FOB around somewhere, but as we saw, because Sumari is such a small map, the FOB radius on the northern side, the end of it was actually so far south that their only options, if the blue team wanted to set down another FOB on the southern side, they have to keep it at a horizontal and moving it eastbound, because you can't get it close to you cannot get it too close to main base. It just won't let you do that, and it doesn't help the team to do that. So their only option at that point to get a second FOB in the southern lines to support the assault on the southern flag here is to make it further east. But as you make it further east, it gets too close to the river. And they already know, the blue team knew that there was an enemy FOB just slightly to the southeast over here. So by resetting an FOB here, it's just not going to do them any favors. So the blue team has decided to just maintain only one FOB on the northern side, which has over 7,000 ammo points, very close within proximity, a close direct main supply route from main base to supply back and forth, and just utilize rally points for the southern squads in the southern end to make the southern push, to maintain the pressure on the south line. and everybody else could just rely on the Northern FOB to support at wall course that we saw here. A very, very close call, very great tactics from both teams, unbelievable gameplay. Again, you're watching the Squad Open Tournament of 2023. This is the UAC Ukrainian Coalition versus Odinites, two extremely very advanced clans, and the players in these teams are very good at what they do. Very great teamwork, great communication, big brain moves, and of course the boom boom bangs.
Advance and secure. Push out and secure all objective areas.
Alrighty, I hope that you are all having a good time watching this wonderful match called Squad. Alright, let's get back in it real quick here. Getting back into the goodness that we see here. Alright. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting round 2 of the Squad Open Tournament of 2023. My name is Socrates, your Shoutcaster for today. Hope that you're all enjoying the match so far. Make sure to follow and subscribe for more epic streams. Really great to be back here again on this wonderful match of O Knights versus Ukrainian Coalition. OK versus UAC. Two of the most advanced tactics, squad, teammates, clans of all time that we have ever seen to date, before the ICO Infantry Combat Overhaul update. Anyways, that being said, check out the map real quick. We're playing our second round here. UAC took down the first victory. Round 2, who will turn the tide? Will UAC win second round, or will Old Knights turn this around and win for this second round? What we see on the map right now, UAC will be on the eastern side starting there. On the western side, the OK team will be on the western main base here. We can see multiple move mark declarations going along northern side and also the south side around the map. We might see a similar gameplay style mechanic for this second round, where most of the battle tide will be focused around the middle flags on the north side and also on the south side here. Multiple FOBs, we might see a double FOBs set by both teams, either north and south. Mortars being utilized once again, and a tug-of-war battle going along the river line from north to south. Again, multiple teams are going to try to get the territory advantage to try to make a push as best as they can past the river and try to get some sneaky squads up, the smaller squads, to get behind enemy lines and take down the FOB once and for all. And those FOB takedowns will be completely devastating for either team that it happens to, and it will change the tide of the game. So without further ado, the match will start in about 30 seconds. Make sure to grab your water, grab your popcorn. To everybody watching out there on the big screen TVs, in the bars, in the clubs, or at home with your families and friends, you're watching a Squad Open Tournament 2023. Please root for your friends and families playing in the O Knights and also the Ukrainian Coalition teams here. You're all amazing, and special shout out to the SLT Squad Open Tournament staff. You're great as well. Special shout out to everybody watching here as well. Enjoy the match, and I'll see you all in the front lines. Going back over here as follows. I hope teleportation works. Yes, it indeed does. Alright. So right now... Going back overall to the map as follows. We got multiple players here going fast as they can through the vehicles. Looks like the first vehicles are about to engage up at the intersection right now. One vehicle hits a wall. This marks full squad there. Full red team UAC on the northeastern side. Looks like they get dropped off there as well. Looks like machine gunner about to rain down fire. South side vehicle is now parked inside the valley as Spec OE players make a southern security right now. As eastern UAC players, looks like with their fresh FOB truck coming down the south side with Billy Disnack, President Henke there on the eastern side. Material side getting pushed really first for an aggressive assault right now on the material site on the south side. This is unbelievable. Spec OE going on the offensive right now on northern side. The first engagement's about to happen right now in Walled Courts. First kill from Rulis. The man takes out Gliner. First kill of the day up there in the second round. UAC pushing as fast as they can with rally point set in the river line right there as they secure the northern flag in UAC favor. Shamani holding down right now on the northern side, shooting down from the rooftop, getting into Shinigami's POV right now. Shamani barely dodges that hit as he's going to try to secure the area, getting more support from OK team members on the western side. FOB placements as follows. We got an FOB set down the western side right there from the OK team, with Squad 1 trickling down to make a flanking up against this FOB set down from the UAC at the main northern bridge. On the south side right now, we got a fresh FOB from UAC here, focusing, pushing here, along with fresh rally point, red team full security UAC soon. But at the same time, the Spec OE players are getting a lot of devastation right now on the southern flag at material site. You see Matthew, Spec OE, sharpshooter, takes out President right there. But he's going to have to revive his teammate, Gottstein Vader. Looks like a quiet match, but a really hardcore match indeed. Both teams have started with 250 tickets. Still about even match. We're less than 3 minutes in, and we have just seen a lot of chaos go down. A lot of tactics, a lot of flanking tactic maneuvers as well. But this is squad gameplay at the highest level. This is a very dynamic situation as OK pushes from their fresh FOB from the western side. ZJK gets shot in the face by now by Kant on the northern side. Narcissus taken barely survives that hit as well. Low HP, keeping his head low with Arc V pushing northern side with the winery thingies up there, the vineyards, whatever those things are called, pushing up north, and they're going to try to get the upper hill advantage slightly and get Grumpy's HP back up as Cot and Narcissus stay under the green bushes right now to try to get the security. Bakery about the second flag getting currently capped right now by both teams. Bakery, one chevron up, the other one Orchard getting capped as well. Those two flags at Orchard here and also at Bakery to the southeast. So the fresh FOB here looks like the radios inside the second story level right there. Rally point set next to the Logi. Where is the Hab as we scan around for the Hab? The Hab's been set down on the southwestern side inside this building. We got under the map to kind of get a feel for how the layout has been set. Been set in the bigger building as we see here. Nice spacious area. And northern side, current threats right now from the Speckle-Weed team. Getting little threats right now, but they will be getting a lot of threats soon as we see more UAC players they're setting down their foundations, and then UAC is going to make a super hard push along getting mortars somewhere nearby. They can set mortars anywhere within this vicinity, and as long as this FOB stays safe, as they can get FOB going around anywhere around the blue perimeter right here, they don't have to keep it right where the radial is at, because if they keep it nearby the radial, that's this clear target for the enemy team. So they're going to put radials away at the perimeters or away from the spawn points, just spreading everything out, so it makes it difficult for the enemy team to figure out where the radial's at. Going back up here to the northern side, this looks like an FOB getting set right now by the UAC team directly next to the flag. This is insane big brain moves. Very risky move, but a very aggressive maneuver. UAC, we have seen throughout first round, they are very good at what they do. Strong defense, but this round they are going extremely offensive right now with their fresh spawn point directly north of walled courts. Helicopter marks declaring where the explosion mortars are going off at. Mortars being utilized right now by Samir Kamal, and it looks like he got marked with a red mark, so he might be a target for the enemies coming very soon. Squad 4 sending fresh rally with Hab on the southern side, away from the radio itself. Set inside this area. It's hard to see, but it is inside this little building here. The FOB radio has been set further nearby their main base so that they can get very quick logi supplies back and forth as needed to supply the mortar user with 1,800 there, and he's going to get a full supply of ammo for the mortar operators. On the eastern side right now, looks like Speckle-Weed players, blue players, about to get a full force of enemy team of UAC on the eastern side. They did take a couple shots of Neonor on the southeastern Hab area, with more red players spawning on the south side. We do have a little Greeno tracked vehicle right here. Will he get shot? He might get shot right now. He's soloing the vehicle. He will get spotted right now by Belku and Notnab. They're going to stay behind shelter, keeping their heads low because they don't stand a chance of small arms fire. Will they let their lat know? Yes. Element is coming in right now. We're going to get into his POV. He's getting his gun out. Shoots the vehicle. Ricochets up the rocket right now. Looks at the vehicle. Is it still okay? Barely takes any damage at that, but nope. Element still going at it again. He's going to launch the next shot. And second shot launched. Shooting right there. Is there another lat and hat nearby? He's going to go back, run over to the ammo crate to reload, and he's going to go for another shot. Squad 3 Belku's going to let his teammate know. Right now, this is very risky. He needs to move as soon as possible because the lat's getting more ammo. Squad lead red team here is keeping the intel ready to go to let the lat know where to find this vehicle, which is not moving anytime soon. Looks like Neb is now down. Lat is getting his ammo that he needs. He's running back out now to finish the day. We're gonna hold it down. We're gonna hold it down. Stop! Stop! You can't do this. Violence is not the answer. Nice destroyed vehicle from Diznak, an Element. Unbelievable. Holy cow, no mercy. UAC going hard, but Speckle-Weed still staying inside the flag, and now taking mortar fire from, who is the mortar user? Mortar user from the northern side. Lesnick and LTBR. Looks like this one's going to be launching to material site. This one's launching towards walled courts here. Red team now overpowering the northern walled courts as multiple explosion mortars go out. We're about to see a very similar match since, like, first round. Mortars going non-stop throughout the match. Red team, blue team taking a lot of devastation right now northwest of the flag. Right here, as red team with their fresh FOB inside this building, literally right next to the flag, and they're getting pulverized by the mortars under shelter. We got under real quick. The hab is set inside, you know, close, safe and sound under shelter, but they are getting pinned down. It is a hab marked. They are marking targets there, so yep, it is. The enemy hab has been marked by the blue team, so the blue team are fully aware of the area. Looks like Squad 4 is going to sneak it up with Gliner right now, up in this area. Gliner situation, single player right now. He's going to try to hunt down the radio location, and he's going straight to it. He knows. He smells it. The mortar operator has been launched. The mortar mark has been launched from UAC here. They do know Thrandor's here. Wow, both teams know exactly where both enemies are, like, especially objectives and FOB locations and mortar users. So they're launching mortars at the flag direct north up here, hoping to land a hit on Samir. Gliner gets extremely close to the radio. UAC, he bypasses the radio, but he's trying to look for the radio. He doesn't know. Gliner doesn't know. He just walked past the radio, but he will find it very soon. Going back to the map as follows. We'll keep his POV on in case he gets lucky with the fob find. Material site now being captured by UAC. Multiple mortar explosions going down where the hab is at. Element has to stay away from the explosion right now. So far, so good. Going up here, UAC full security of the flag. Wipes out the Spec OE players. Spec OE players wiped out. Mortars looks like they're going to try to launch some mortars up against the blue team members from Spec OE as they go for round 2 to get back into the flag point. Belku still alive on the right side of the map right there. But yeah, a lot of risk players going on. Thank you so much, Taliba Savic. I really appreciate the support. I'm like sweating really hard right now. Whew. Drink your water. If you do this at high intensity, you have to get a cup of water to drink. Alright, with that being said, let's get back in this match. Holy cow. We got a vehicle in the desert. I'm kidding, no. This is not processed graphics right now. Watch this. I'm gonna teleport to it. Ready? Watch this. Hang on, let me do something. Ready? We're gonna fly over right now. So we're here right now with the... My bad, I want to test something out. Going back to the flag as follows. Scrolling out right now. Multiple mortars going out as red team tries their best on the north side where their hab is at, where Travcon and Des are at, where the explosions are going at. Holding down the red team, holding down the blue team OK players as they now go inside the perimeter of the hab. Getting inside his POV right now under the map. They're inside the same building. They're going to go through this little hole in the wall. Des is in trouble. No need to shout. It's going to engage right now. Watching that. Shot in the leg. Nice save on that. Going back up here. More explosions non-stop. Flag is now being secured. Almost by blue team. Overall map flow is as follows. Blue team's trying to wipe shop up against a threat from the red team on the northern side, just outside the flag perimeter at Wall Courts. Wall Courts still full security by the red team here. The good news for the blue team is that they have an FOB in the northwestern side to try to retake the flag here. But right now what the blue team is trying to prioritize and make sure that the flag perimeter outside of it is secure first before they close in and sandwich the flag. Because they do know if they can topple the foundations of the enemies of the red team from here to here on the north side of the flag, it will be an easy capture to take back Wall Courts once and for all. Going back to the flag as follows. We go back to the southern side. House Squad 7 dude. Looks like he's getting slowed down quite a bit down here. Getting some threats right now from the UAC team. Sakras got wiped out. Both two players down here. Squad 7 utilizing southwestern rally point far from the map area. Trying to make a slow back flank up against this FOB. The FOB, we got Element and Neo watching on the northern side, and they're setting their machine gun there, watching through the window. What does he see? He sees straight through double windows. Does he get a good amount of vision? He actually does. He's able to see. He's actually able to see through where Belku's at. So this is a very good position for the sandbags. They're trying to position a good strategic sandbag location to snipe enemies coming through from the blue team. Diznak and Not My President holding down the western side. Tug-of-war battle right now on the south side of the flag with blue team Spec OE players trying to figure out how to get through the river without getting shot from the river. On the northern side right now, the FOB looks like we got some sneaky tactics going on with the vehicle from the red team. UAC caught, trying to secure, utilizing their tracked vehicle, shooting down the blue team members right here. Now the next question is, are there any lats to retaliate up against this red team vehicle? We shall see. No enemy lats and hats nearby, just small arms fire. The blue team will need to send somebody soon. The squad leads are marked. They marked the vehicle like crazy right now. Looks like they marked helicopter marks. Mortar operator now repositioned his mortars to try to launch explosions up against the vehicle to at least slow it down, damage it, and that's coming from Thrandor right here. He's going to launch just right now. Going down here, we teleport back to the vehicle. The explosions, the hope is that the explosion will cause the vehicle to slow down to allow enough time for a blue team lat to come into position that we see here, not okay Migs, to come and shoot the vehicle. We're about to see it happen right now. Migs getting in position. He's going to get a direct shot at the vehicle right now. We're going to see it right now. It's going to happen. And fire! There it is. Mortar's coming out. Looks like he's gonna... Oh! I see what he's doing. He's gonna get shot from the behind, potentially. Oh, jeez. Get shot! So why... Okay, so let me explain what just happened. Migs, he knows he's low on rockets. So what he was trying to do is get behind the vehicle from the behind and shoot it from the behind of the vehicle, which is the weak spot of the vehicle. He could have shot it then, but it will shoot the front of the vehicle, and he would have survived a first shot. So, you know, to save the risk level, he would try to hit it one shot only from the behind and kill the vehicle once and for all. But he got shot first. Nice attempt at that. They're being very careful with their approach right now with the red team vehicle still staying on point. He's not moving, but he's going to stay here to secure the radio. And the reason why he's staying here is because he wants to secure this radio right here. As long as he's here, it's going to slow down the blue team. You know, they could send in more infantry, but they don't have rockets to the vehicle at, okay? So that's why he's staying here. So the blue teams, they're going to have to dedicate more lats to get to this guy, and at the same time, try to take down this radio once and for all. But this vehicle is critical gameplay. Going back here as follows to the south side, this hab has been marked substantially by the blue team right now, with more red team players spawning on the south side to resecure the perimeter inside the flag material site. Currently, nobody on the flag yet, but Speckly players still holding down the shop. They don't have that many players, with only squad 7 here, and you know, squad 2, small squads trying to resecure this position. Right now, situation is as follows. Real quick, as we look here. Squad 7, we have a little small engagement right now. UAC closing in on this position. They have a fresh rally point from Squad 7 led by Egoist. And Skeletor Grumpy gets wiped out by Narcissus. Caught in the tracked vehicle right now, taking mortar fire from Thrandor on the western side right here. Nearby. Vehicle still causing a lot of devastation threats. No lats nearby, just medics and small arms fire. So far, so good. Going back overall to the map, what we're looking at right now, blue team, they're about to secure northern walled courts. If we scroll out real quick, the flag perimeter is as follows. As we do a quick map analysis, this is this current situation. Blue team are now inside the vicinity of walled courts here, where my finger's at. The northeastern side, where the track vehicle is at the radio location, is still staying input right there. Because of this radio, the red team will continue to be able to spawn right next to the radio and try to push to this walled courts flag. The blue team know that there is a nearby FOB, but right now they're trying to dedicate more players here to keep the chevrons up for the flag capture moving, to pressure the enemy red team to trickle out further away from their FOB so that the blue team can try to maneuver around and utilize their mortars that we see exploding here to try to get an upper advantage for flanking. Going back up here, again, that vehicle caught has been braving the wilds right here. It looks like he has been tracked. His vehicle's tracked, but his HP is A-okay. Any lats nearby? Not yet. We do have a Grenadier class, mortars launching to the southeast. The hab, because of the damage to the radio and because of the proximities nearby the hab has now been proxied by the blue team, now being capped safe and sound so far, with a couple trickling threats right now from the red team. Blue team doing really good with full HP inside the perimeter right now. Travka shooting Libo from the behind right there. Will Papa be able to save the day? Saves the day against Travka. More UAC players approaching from the southeast as well from rally points from Squad 1, crossing along with multiple helicopter marks, launching mortar explosion zones right now. UAC going to be slowed down just a bit as blue team tries to launch a couple smoke grenades and utilizing the mortars to reposition themselves in this compound to make sure the red team is stayed put outside the flag point. Going down here as follows. Looks like the blue team has been wiped out in the southern line right now, up against the UAC players. Again, very small focus down here, but right now, again, overall map flow is as follows. I know the map's a bit messy, but please bear with me. I'll explain this. It's very simple. Right now, what's going on is that most of the battle lines have been focusing right now at wall course from the north. The FOB from the red team is up here. It is getting proxied a bit from the blue team because they're all over the northern flag. On the south side, the situation's flipped. The red team, they have a fresh FOB here. The blue team, they don't have enough players pushing on the southern end to make a push on this area on the southern flag. So the blue team, their best bet for now with the small squads 2 and 7 along the river from this southern bridge a bit southbound, they're gonna have to hold it at a little like staring contest right here, or maybe try to sneak in a bit, but it's gonna be very difficult. They have less than 5 people to try to make a push on the southern red team flag. Red team flag, they have a bunch of security here, and they're also still trying to focus on the northern side. So both players are tug of warring both flags like this, but again, we see most of the focus going on the northern side. Going up here, again, wall court situation. It looks like a couple of blue players down here moving down southbound to get closer to the river line. UAC, they cross the river towards the western side, but they're getting slowed down in their tracks up against the Spec OE players on the west. Bridge is hot. Migs gets wiped out by Barbaros right there. Going up here, northern side. Explosions going wild right now where Piconi Papa is at. Gliner getting into his POV right now. You can see the explosion causing so much devastation right now on this flag. Overall, sending a reporter down to the front lines. Situations as follows. I'm currently on the western side at wall courts. Behind me, multiple mortar explosions going on in the background as the red team try their best to secure their FOB spawn point on the northeast and send more players into the flag vicinity right behind me here. Multiple blue players are doing really well for the defense on this flag, and wall courts look like it's now being contested right now hard from the UAC players. Going up here on the northeastern side, caught in the tracked vehicle, still doing his duty with multiple smokes covering that radio location as the blue team members, they try their best to try to get that enemy vehicle out of the way. Mortar user Thrandor now repositioning his mortar targets closer to the area here. Kaut's gonna have to, he's getting stuck in a tree, but he's gonna try to get out of the situation now that explosions are coming out. This is completely devastating right now. Thrandor already got a kill. Look at the kill free right there. Kills Lesnick up there, and he's gonna get some more kills. Kills Hikari with the mortar. Kaut trying to shoot to the western side. Is there an incoming lat? No lats nearby. They need a lat to take out that vehicle, but the lats are being focused on the southern front right now here. So again, a lot of stalemates, multiple mortars going out. West side FOB is A-okay. Southeast FOB somewhat, no, it's not okay. Holy camole. Going back here, squad 2 and 7 have now finally pushed the southern front, getting closer next to the compound of the Hab where Neo Newer is on top, where Element and Lesnick are at. Speckly Matt Stash gets wiped out. Neil Raptor's still alive, along with teammate on the southeastern side. They can revive each other, but they need to do so smoothly. Reno's backing them up right there. Left-leaning tactics against Lesnick right there. This is insane left-leaning tactics pre-ICO update. Holy camole, legendary. This is top gameplay. UAC, Element, Lesnick backing each other up right now on the south side. If this FOB falls, the blue team will be able to take down material site A-okay just fine. Mortar user from the eastern side being operated by LTBR Northwest with fresh logic supplies, supplying the FOB with more ammo points. Where you can see numbers going up on the 2.9 thousand right now from that red team logi. Neo Raptor's going to be very careful with the rest of the Spec OE teammates on blue team trying to make a flank on this FOB Hab. The problem right now is that UAC, they're on the rooftop. They're holding down the line really well up against this. They have top line visuals. Going up here, looks like A-okay battles right now. Looks like red team is going to go on the offensive, pushing it to the right side of the screen. Westbound, Billy crossing the river up against, here it goes. We got a blue team engagement right now. Takes out Billy, and looks like Gottstein Vader is going to get revived soon. Took some damage up there from Levikas, but he's doing okay. Marthy going to respawn back at the rally and try this again from the Squad 2 rally point. Going up north at the wall courts right now, situations as follows. More mortar explosions going on as usual. With the FOB now taking a lot of threats, and Kaut is still in the same location. Is there a lat coming nearby? Not anytime soon. But Squad 1V is inside the point, and he looks like the radio is damaged. Gets wiped out by Des. Radio is damaged and is coming down. They're on a timer. The red team is going to have to send people back. You can see right now, Squad 5, UAC, pushing, sprinting back to the radio to try to dig it back up so they can respawn their half and to try to make a push on walled course. If this half falls, this might change the tide of the territory control on the northern side. Going back as follows. They're going as fast as they can. Red team, machine gunner, not Mig's going to try to save the day. Blue team, walled courts, full security right now. Inside the flag point, taking multiple mortar fire right now from LTBR. Launching mortars from the southeast there. But this is all about who can save this radio and will it come down. We're going to get into the POV right now at Mig's. Machine gunner going to try to hold the line up against a full incoming squad right now. He's going to open the line. This is it. This is tactics. It's going right now. I'm here right now. Red team's gonna come in. Who will save this radio? Will the radio fall? Jeez. Oh. Ah! Down. Is the radio gonna fall? Radio is still up. Zekun, Define, Delphin. They're gonna get their shovels back up. They're getting inside the compound. They will try to dig it back up. Hikari. Moving inside the point right now. Inside the radio, digging it back up. Are there any blue players coming? Full squad of blue players coming from the western side. Multiple casualties in the farm line. Holy camole. Going down to the south side. Wall course now being full secured. Despite the threats coming from the UAC FOB, UAC has managed to push into the flag perimeter and securing the point right now. Western side, mortars operating right now from Thrandor, trying to secure the point. And same thing, blue team, they're trying to tug of war this radio right now. Dark Knight still going in, not giving up right now, going in under the flag to see what's going on. Going down right now, Hikari gonna engage. Dark Knight low HP, patching himself up on Dark Knight's side right there with the sun rays poking through the physics. Jeez Louise. Hikari wipes out Dark Knight once and for all. Radio is down. The radio's now been wiped out. This radio has fallen. The vehicle is still alive, but taking direct mortar fire up against the red team right now. Nit's gonna try to clear shop. Despite the heat of battle and the explosions, they're gonna try to make sure this radio is down once and for all, which it is, but they're trying to make sure no survivors. Once the northern side is secured by the blue team, they're gonna refocus their efforts to move further south to retake the southern flag right now, which is now being neutralized by the red team. Overall map flow is as follows. Squad 1 and 4 utilizing their rally points from the eastern side of the river to push into walled courts. The good news for the blue team is that they do have enough support now, especially situations as follows. The FOP from the red team up here from UAC has been wiped out, clean. A lot of casualties up north. Now the blue team's trying to check for survivors, trying to clean shop up north. Then they're going to trickle down to hit the flag here. Like I mentioned, the blue team is trying to focus on taking out the foundations of the spawn points of the red team, and from there it'll be easy sandwiching the wall court flag. You can see the multiple blue team members are getting in position right now, overpowering the UAC forces in the area. Bulbarust and Death still alive, but they're going to have to go up against a full squad of incoming OK players from the blue team. Going into Bulbarust POV right now, Shamani dodging that mortar. See multiple firing going out right now, going up the stairs, and he's chasing him up the stairs. Shamani takes a bit of damage from that parkour action, pre-ICO tactics. Bulbarus going through, he's going to engage up against Sarge Sloth right now, going through the next door. As we scroll out, situations as follows. Bulbarus up against 5 incoming players on the northern side of the map. Bulbarus going building the building. He literally needs his help right now from his eastern teammates. He's going to regroup with his teammates, and they're going to try to push in together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Des coming in right now, going to resecure that next building again. This is it. We got a full even battle 3v3 right now. Multiple explosions coming out inside the point as both teams try to take shelter inside the building. We're going to get under the map to see what the situation is right now. Players are just taking shelter right now, right next to each other, not knowing that they're within vicinity. Wall court's getting capped in favor of the OK team right now. UAC sending more players in from the eastern spawn points into the area. Again, non-stop explosions. Northeastern side vehicle is gone. Looks like fresh lodge up on the northeastern side. Looks like squad 6 and 1 are going to try to make a new FOP further east from UAC team. On the northern side, few survivors from the blue team at where the previous red team FOB is at, but they're getting wiped out pretty bad. Red team recovering from there. They're going to send more help. Across the river on the eastern side, we can see multiple explosions coming out where the helicopter marks are clustered here. Situation is as follows. Blue team is slowly trying to take control of the northern flag now that they have taken out the red team FOB here. Mortars operating safe and sound from the blue team here facing eastbound. There, multiple explosions going along the river line from south to east along where this is at. Blue team still about trickled around, spread out along the southern end of the map. Red team, they're now going to rely on their southern spawn point to have a stronger security on the southern flag. But right now you can see most of the tug of war is going on at the northern flag right here at Walled Courts. A lot of casualties from both teams. But right now the battle line is shifted a bit slightly east, about 50 meters east. And a new FOB is going to come up now from the UAC team further east away from the northern flag. It's a bit farther, but at least they got another northern eastern spawn point that's now closer direct line MSR route from their main base going from here. So they're going to be able to get mortars here and send more spawners to make a western push to keep the threat up on the walled course. But right now the blue team know that because the red team's slowly losing their northern territory, they're going to try to push the battle line a bit further east and keep it more along the river line here. Going back to the map as follows, blue team still causing a lot of threats right now on the southern hab. One teammate right here, Spec OE Hawaii, he's keeping his right leaning out right now, watching the doorway, just trying to make sure it's okay. Ukraine will win. Sacras UAC inside the hab building with Neo on the rooftop. Full security of the area. UAC Billy and President holding down the western security of the flag. Southern flag AOK, full security red team UAC. Travcon got multiple rally points at the little school area right there inside the building. UAC, Bulbarus, Des, and Travcon going for round 4, going to push up against the northern flag right now. We can see multiple explosions going out, being launched from either the eastern side. Looks like LTBR is going to take a pause on that real quick, along with the southern Lesnick user. Double mortars on the eastern UAC because they are now out of ammo. No ammo. They ran out of ammo on the southern flag, so both the mortar users here and here, they're going to pause their mortars. So right now, in terms of the blue team, we're going to have a little break right now on the northern explosions. But the explosions are still going on from the western FOB, from Samir, and also from Thrandar. The mortars are accurately marked by the UAC team, and they're operating safe and sound. Special shout out to them. Samir is a very good sharpshooter, hiding inside the bush right there. Same thing with Thrandar, operating on the western side there. Looking at their angle right now, we draw a line. We see the line, if we go from here to there, close shot explosions up at the wall courts here and there on the eastern side. Going back to the map, wall courts about 60% full cap right now by blue team. SVK not going down without a fight. UAC trying their best to fight into the flag point right now, trying to fight on the flags. That's a classic tactic in general squad gameplay. Fight on the flags. Both teams, they care about territory control, and that's important, especially in a small map like Samari. You need to fight on the flags, but also you need to make sure you fight off the flags too, to make sure you have the territory control and have every building you can secure. Red team, they know that as long as they can get the outer perimeter building secure, even if it's not in the flag point, it's going to give a difficult time for a blue team to hold down the defense. So right now, red team is trying to get a better foothold along with getting the new FOB activation here. And holy cow, this is insane. Check this out. This is big brain moves. The FOB from UAC just barely came down like literally 2 minutes ago, and it's already been marked by the blue team. This is insane. Both teams know exactly where their FOB placements are going to be placed at. Again, Mari's a small map, but how they know that is because all the trickling players all along spread out on the northern side of the map, they see a Logi going on the far side, like 200 meters east this way. They see it kind of make a turn, so they're going to be like, radio's going there. So they mark it like that. That's how they know. And the way both teams are communicating positioning is really effective. And the new hab has now been placed on the eastern building away from the rock crater there. I believe it's in this building. So let's get a quick look under. Yep, it's been set in this building right here, safe and sound, nice spacious room, and now full force UAC pushing westbound closer to the flag point here. And it's going crazy. Now that UAC has now gotten a closer spawn point, new hab, the old hab, I just want to explain something real quick. The old hab was actually set where the blue clusters are, like right here, right outside the flag perimeter here. The old radio was set a bit more on the northeastern side. Now the radio is set further on the eastern here, and they set the hab at the very perimeter, the edge perimeter of the hab radius, or the FOB radius here. So the building is spawned here, which is more inwards, but that gives a better approach for the UAC players because they could just hop building the building and then dash across the river to get a more safer approach to hit the western flag here. So really nice repositioning of the hab by UAC, and you can see they're now overpowering the point. Walled courts now neutralizing in favor slightly by the red team soon. On the southern side, looks like we have a couple spawners here. What's going on here? Southern side mortars are being launched up against Spectalee's vehicle here. From the damage, it's going to possibly destroy the vehicle if those mortars keep going on right there. More players coming from main base. Spectalee players, they're going to try to recover the radio or possibly save. Not the radio. Maybe recover the vehicle to get it away from the explosions to save on tickets. And try to get a closer rally point nearby. A couple red players element there, and Squad 3 pushing out from the hab. Material site, still full security right now from the red team. So they're doing good on the defense, and you can see Diznak and President and team here, Billy and Henke, they're holding down the river just fine. Rulis gets wiped out. A couple, few Spectalee players utilizing rally points from Squad 3 here, along with Squad 7, getting back from 2 and 5. Very small squads, but they're going to try to hold the southern line to prevent a push back here. Northern side, UAC is full occupation right now of walled courts from all ends, all circular ends. Explosions are coming out just fine, but right now, okay, the blue team, they're getting pushed out in the northwest outside the perimeter right now. The radio looks to be marked accurately by the... Holy cow. UAC has marked accurately the radio location, so they have found it earlier in the match. You probably, that earlier we saw someone run through it, and then he probably turned back and found it. Anyways, that being said, the mortar operators still doing their duty right now, trying their best to try, to re-secure the area to get it going. Samir, he got the, Thrander back up there. Mortars accurately marked. Are they taking explosion fire right now? Yes, they are. The enemy mortars are now launching against them right now. That's coming from Lesnick and LTBR. They're going to try to... Right now, what both teams are doing is that they're trying to figure out if they can topple the mortars. If both teams can topple the mortars from either team, it'll pause the explosions and it'll allow the infantry to get a better foothold of the flag. So right now, blue team is going to have a little pause in their explosion. The red team is going to capitalize on that to get inside the flag point of walled courts and give OK players, the blue team, a lot of trouble on the northwestern side here. Going back overall to the map, you can see blue players, their hab, the blue team hab is on the western side here. It's still pretty far off. Again, the mortars they're taking a lot of explosions here. We can see a red team medic over there. Going to try to get close to the radio there. Anyways, hab is here. Blue team spawning here. Going to run real quick over, but they're getting slowed down the northwestern side. UAC with their fresh hab here. They're going to push in very easily to walled courts here that they have full security of. The blue team, they're going to try to make a northwestern flank like that and hit it like this. Walled courts. And again, a lot of casualties going on. This is a very difficult match. Score is 113 to 104. O Knights leading by 10 tickets. Very close match. We're 35 minutes into the area right now. 35 minutes into this match. Red team about to full security right now. The 4 chevrons up at walled course. They're about to fully neutralize this flag very quickly. Blue team, they're doing A-OK. They're clearing shop again on the northern side, and after that, they're going to sandwich the flag from the north end. Forel is getting extremely close to the flag perimeter right now. Smallfoot, Zekuns, and Delphin and Shinigami holding down this hallway right now as Forel getting into his POV on the bottom right side of the screen. Checking out the situation right now. It's going good. Blue player's doing A-OK on the southern end right now. Looks at the medic. The red team medic, not Neb, gets wiped out by Birdo Best right there earlier. And that radio is still being targeted by the red team, but they're going to have to send more help soon. Going back up here, the mortars get completely wiped out from that red team medic, I believe, or possible explosions. The mortars are still alive, but they are going to get threats. They might have to reposition... the mortars. But something I want to explain real quick here to highlight, because they're taking explosion mortars from the red team earlier, it's pretty simple. Again, it costs 300 to build mortars. So with this big, massive blue circle here, they could set the mortar anywhere else. So maybe if they could still operate here, but there's the enemy red team, they know where the mortars are at. They're just going to send more explosions. The moment the blue team mortars explode, the red team is just going to get on the mortars, send it back, and so the explosions will pause. So what the blue team could do is they could take out their mortars and just reposition it somewhere else along here, and it's going to confuse the red team because they're going to try to launch at the same location, but the mortars from the blue team are not stopping. So they're about, okay, something's going on. So they could do that. Either way, they have the solid defense on the western side, and their eastern hab inside this eastern building is safe and sound inside. Let's see, under the map, it's safe and sound. Very spacious room. Going back up here to the northern side of the map. We can see Wild Courts. Now UAC is slowly getting to the point right now. Mortars are going out right now. Those mortars are most likely from the red team, LTBR and Lesnick. Red team Hab on the southeastern side is doing A-OK. Devastated infantry squads on the south side from Speckalee. Still not... They made it across the river, but they got wiped out clean right here. They're trying their best. But again, they have a small squad, but they're this threat right now. Again, you know, you might be wondering, okay, you know, they don't have enough people on the south side. Like, you know, why keep trying? The reason why they keep trying is to keep the pressure on the southern flag, even if they're not successful, because they have at least 4 people here. It's going to give the impression to the red team on the southern flag here that, you know, that the blue team is sending more players to threaten him. So they're trying to make sure that the northern flag at Wild Course that we see is getting a lot of devastation up there. It's gonna the goal that blue team has is they're going to try to get red team to send more spawners south to alleviate the pressure on the Wild Courts up north. So basically Speckalee, the blue team members down here, they're just trying to cause some devastation down here. On the north side, it's almost working. You can see red team, they're still going hard on this flag, but blue team, they're getting a better positioning. Mortars going non-stop around the flag. Multiple casualties. We get close up in the area real quick here. Getting into the POV, everyone is watching the doorways. Explosions going on north and the southwestern side. UAC players now securing the northern compound outside the flag perimeter as we face southbound on the map right now. Blue players are still outside the flag perimeter with multiple explosions going on. Sharpshooters from the red team as they secure further outside the flag point. No need to shout. It's going to have to go 1v2 on his left and right right there. He's going to slowly inch up the stairs to get an upper hill advantage and away from the explosions of the mortars. UAC, he's going to go parkour down! Shot in the head. Trafka, he must have had a jump scare right there. I will be too. Looks like Medic Hawaii, they're going to come in right now on the southeastern side. Going to try to revive Marshview right there. He is the medic, and from there, they're going to try to get into the flag perimeter. President Billy still holding the same position as usual with squad 7 and 2, western side Greeno right here. They're going to try to have a staring contest to make sure no one from the red team is going to try to cross the river. Going back up here on the western side, how are the mortars doing? Mortars from blue team are back up operational. Samir and Thrandar facing eastbound. Looks like the helicopter marks are going to be clustered all around Wild Course for double mortar support for blue team as blue team tries to send in more support on the eastern flag here on north. Oh, MD Rena. Good to see you, Rena. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Rena. Everybody, happy birthday to Rena. Hope that you're enjoying this match. Thanks for being here. Long time no see. All right, going back onto this right now in the heat of chaos. It's always a good time to celebrate the birthdays. A lot of people's birthdays happen on these squad matches. Did you know that? Well, happy birthday to you. Hope you have a good time. Overall, oh, geez Louise. This map is chaos. Mortars are not seizing. Squad 4, what's he doing here? So school, looks like they're going to go Gliner and Ukrainian UAC. They're going to try to push through the school to try to get closer to the northern flag to support the war effort. Looks like UAC are now resecuring the flag again at Wild Courts with a bunch of blue players here from OK just outside the perimeter on the left side of the screen. But they're going to try to dash across to where Sumrak is at in front of us there and try to get into the flag perimeter, and it's going to be a big firefight. Going inside right now, it's going to be a big firefight. 5 players in here, and they're going to go all out with the firefights right now. So going right now, jeez Louise. They're pushing in right now where the doorways are at. You got to be careful. Non-stop explosions. Oh my goodness. This flag is just non-stop right now. Non-stop. It's a tug-of-war. Going back to the western side of the map. Mortars accurately marked. Blue team getting close to the hab right now. Let's see what the situation is. Marthew watching the window. Hawaii also watching the doorway. Are they able to access directly into the building? I don't think so. They have to go around to get inside. It's next to a rug, and they're watching this main western doorway here.
Yeah, moving. Billy
is nearby, and Billy's going to try to sniff him out. Green Mix, good to see you. On the eastern side, what's going on up here? More players, UAC spawning in the eastern hab. Looks like they're getting off the... Looks like... Oh, nope, they're getting back on the mortars, it looks like. Is he? Yep. Both players, LTBR and Lesnick getting back on here, but this hab is going to get proxied soon if blue team players can get into the hab location. so far, we have a quick analysis of what's going on right now. This is what we're dealing with. Holy camole. So, really quick, I know it looks really complicated, but trust me, it's not that hard. The western side, double mortars utilized by blue team here. They are, check out, you can see the red mortar marks. UAC know exactly the position of these two mortar marks. They're going to launch their mortars from here, facing northwest, to try to knock out the blue team mortar users here. That's one. Blue team's going to try to cause devastation and try to get a foothold advantage against the southern UAC red team FOB down here. And from there, they're going to be able to try to take down the southern flag here. Northern side, a lot of tug of wars going on left and right. It looks like an FOB has fallen from the UAC team there. Looks like an explosion has occurred. That was, geez Louise, explosions going out. Downed. Yeah, an FOB has fallen from the UAC side, but the good news for them is that they have a fresh logi here at main base that they can just set up a new FOB at. But now, the tide has now turned. With the FOB falling, now falling from the red team up northeast, the only spawns that the red team have to make a push on the north flag here at walled courts is through rally points. The red team, again, they can make a new FOB, but it's going to take them a couple minutes to get that set up again along with the new hab. Now, with the FOB fallen in favor of the blue team will now be able to pulverize the north walled courts flag and re-secure it. It's all about territory control. Ticket count as follows. 56 OK versus 75 tickets of UAC. UAC, despite losing the FOB, they still have a ticket advantage of 20 tickets. But OK, they have territory control. That's what that's what OK does a really good job at. Territory control. Down here, again, mortars going out left and right. Players have to keep moving or they will be exploded to shiverines. Blue team, A-OK right now, inside the flag point. And now, walled courts, one chevron, now trickling down to be neutral in favor of the blue team there. So, it's only a matter of time, but will the red team be able to recover? Looks like we have a fresh incoming vehicle right now. You have a tracked vehicle, 3 players there. Looks like people are using it for transportation. Disembarking, looks like they're going to set a rally point nearby. Squad 1 rally point from UAC coming down here. Squad 4 Glanders possibly going to set a Squad 4 rally point nearby that vicinity right now. Squad 3 blue team Ruleless Grumpy right here going to stop the enemies in their tracks. So right now what we're dealing with is that the blue team, they're going to try to push the battle line. Blue team is going to try to push the battle line past the river eastbound to keep the red team members away from the flag point and keep battle on their side of the territory. You can see Rule's going to have to hold down an entire red team squad here, double squads, as the other blue team members here take a lot of devastation from mortars and going to try to re-secure the flag while Grumpy and Skeleton are going to slow down the red team members here. But as you can see, some people sneak past them right now. Glider and Bulbarus, along with the SVK, driving along the river right now to get a southeast flank on the blue team here. The good news is that blue team have full security. Blue team have full security right now inside the flag perimeter. The bad news right now is this vehicle is going to cause a lot of triple devastation as these red team members are going to try to make a southeastern flank to get inside this hole in the wall there. This is completely devastating. Wall courts is now being neutralized soon in favor of blue team there. On the south side, how's this one doing? They are now inside. Speckle has miraculously made it inside the hab. Taken out. Hab is now deactivated by one stage and proxied. Disney going to try to save the day. It is not over on this flag yet. Marthy was still alive and taking out eastern threats right now for Not Neb and Lesnick. This doorway is hot.
I'm just gonna get supplies, don't worry about it.
Situations as follows. I'm currently here about to push in right now with the Speckle players. Go Speckle. So that Hab is one stage down. We're going in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. Blue players going to try to revive each other right now. Disnack is down. Over on map as follows. Red players are still alive. One on the west side right here. Belku and one Neonor and Lat user element coming in right now. Blue players right now. Vil, Speckle, we're going to get, possibly going down the stairs.
Make pressure on material.
Inside, let's get under the map to get a better view. Okay, that's not a better view. Going back up here right now. Looks like Belku is down. Takes out Neonor. On the rooftop. Hab's coming down. This is going to be serious change of gameplay right now. Right now, tickets can see tickets right there. Red team's still leading by 20 tickets, but after this hab, if this hab comes down, blue team might get a severe ticket advantage. Element coming down. Element has to take out 3-4 players right now from the rooftop. Will he do this? We're going to get into his POV right now as he scans the building through the top windows right now. Mustache right there. Element's just at that. Shoots down. Let's see. He shoots down Hawaii. This area is hot. We scroll outside the area right now. Element is going to go still stay on the rooftop and scan from above. Overall map was as follows. He's the only one there. Hab is proxied. No spawners down here. This is it. If he can save this Hab single-handedly. Right now he's going to pop it right there. Right there. Right there. Unbelievable. Element is about to save this game right now. It's 360 covering fire. And that's it. It's not over yet. Now it's over. But nice attempt at that. There's only so much he can do. That's it. This Hab is going to fall. Squad 2, Hanky, and mortar users right now. Looks like Mig's going to try to get behind and try to shut down the mortar user right now. He might get LTBR from the behind. He might actually knife this kill right now. He's getting very close to LTBR. Operating the mortar. Mig's, will he take the shot? He's going to try to headshot him. He sees him. Migs might actually go for a knife kill right now. He's going to try to get close to it. He marked it, possibly. Yep, he marked the mortar user. Mortar has been marked. Helicopter mark. Launched. Mortar is going to reposition his angle. Thrandar. That's possibly going to launch from Thrandar right there. He's going to launch directly on top of him. LTBR, instead of going to get shot from the behind, Migs is going to allow the mortar user, Thrandar, to launch a mortar explosion instead for the kill. I'm going to scroll out real quick because I want to see that happen when LTBR gets hit. Let's see right now. Left side of the map right now. West FOB still proxied. Vader is still alive. If he can stay in that point and get the help he needs from Gino and Neoraptor there, he'll be okay. LTBR gets wiped out from Migs. Migs didn't want to wait. That was the explosion right there. Could have killed LTBR just fine, but it's okay. Migs is not going to risk it. Not going to risk the wait. He's going to secure it. Going back onto the flag right now. Wildcards. UAC now tug of war the flag back. Now inside the point. FOB from the west side. Blue side still A-OK with 3,000 ammo points. Able to support this flag A-OK. Ticket count 30. See around 50-ish. Red team resecuring flag here with more blue players coming behind us here trickling this way. A lot of threats coming in from the red team here. Where red team, again, this whole match has been a tug of war. And both teams are doing really well to capture the flag back on the northern side. This entire match has been focused on the northern flag for both rounds. And both teams are doing really well with the teamwork and flanking tactics to resecure the position. Unbelievable gameplay. Holy cow. Hikari now moving north side up here. About to hit Nitz from the rooftop. Gonna see Nitz POV right now. He might actually launch as Hikari hears a shot. Oh, geez Louise. He's gonna get hit really bad right now. More explosions coming out. We're gonna stay Nitz on POV right on the bottom right there as UAC players pulverize the flag with all the smoke grenades coming out. Mortar explosions coming from the western side. Jabba Ya, good to see you as well. Going on the western side, mortar users still going hard. Samir facing southeast and Thrandar. Samir's line of sight is here on the south side of where the Hab is at. The Hab is downed. Hab is down, but the radio is still active. No, I lied. The radio is downed. I believe. Yeah, something happened. Migs, the engineer. Radio destroyed. Holy cow. Yep, the Hab. Right, real quick, it's hard to see, but on the top left of the screen here, I just want to highlight. The top left of the screen, the radio got destroyed at the 10-minute mark, so yeah, it's very close. The UAC is now losing some of their territory here. South FOB has fallen. Blue team now inside the flag point. Now that the FOB has fallen, the UAC is going to have a difficult time sending more players down. They can send more players down, but it'll have to be from rally points for transportation from main base through vehicles. Blue team trying their best, shooting down Glenner from the rooftop. Holding down the fort right now. This is unbelievable gameplay. Holy cow, we need the music right now. This is insane. Holy camoli. That's it. Going back around the map, multiple explosions coming out right now. Blue team. Great news for blue team is that they're utilizing their mortars facing southeast to start mortaring down at the southern flag. UAC FOB has now fallen with the Spackle players finally, after 5+ attempts, taking out the FOB and the Hab there, and now going to finally get inside the flag point, knowing that red team is going to have a difficult time with their defense now here to try to cap it with the mortar support here, pulverizing the southern side, but the north side simultaneous. UAC fresh FOB reset in the northeastern side of the map and still causing a lot of devastation threats on the wall courts here. The tug of war is still full on right now. Situations as follows: material site, 1 chevron up near neutralization right now in less than 10 seconds. Mortar explosions coming out all over wall courts in full security right now by UAC. Blue team members slowly starting to overpower the flag on the eastern side. Sorry, on the western side to cap it back. On the northeastern side, the UAC FOB has been reset on the north end inside this building, and the Hab has been located on the far southwest perimeter of the Hab of the blue circle here. We scroll there, since I believe it's in that building where I'm pointing my mouse at right now, and they're going to be able to go through here, right here. Getting close into the flag point, but they're going to still devastate it pretty good. Still in full control, UAC at wall courts. Blue team now getting pushed back on the northwestern side. UAC right now. OK players still trying to spawn in their western Hab, doing A-OK. Looks like... Holy cow. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, blue team, what's going on now? They're utilizing their eastern spawn point up here from the northern fob, and they're sending more players over here on the southern flag because they know that walled course, because the red team has solid defense and assault here, and knowing that the blue team has now toppled the red team foundation on the southern flag, blue team is going to redirect their forces south to secure a flag, knowing for sure they have a higher probability to secure the southern flag rather than the top flag. Let's go ahead and see what the south flag looks like here. Going over here, flag complete chaos right now. We get into the POV of Neo Raptor in the bottom right there, inside the bottom building there. He's going around. Neo Raptor still has a bunch of red players crawling, one on top of the rooftop too. Red players are trying their best, utilizing rally spawn points, and a full squad, 3 players coming in right now. This is it. 4 minutes left of the match right now. 4 tickets left. If they can cap this flag, this game will be a very close victory. Holy cow, they're wiping shop clean. Getting back to Neo Raptor's POV right now with smoke grenades coming out with a full support. 3 tickets left. Neutralizing material site. It's tug of war and the flag is not budging. The flag ain't budging. 1 ticket left. This is it. Medic's gonna try to save their tickets. Try to revive the players. Everybody's trying to save their spawns. Red team players, UAC coming in hanky. Eastern side, Delphin as well. Blue team, full force, southern flag. Sumrak is shot down by Glitzwerg as well. DJK alive, trying to revive Vilvanet. If one player dies, it's all about making sure the medics revive instead of letting players bleed out because they only got 1 ticket left. Holy camoli. 1 chevron, a material site up there in favor of blue team. UAC is going to try to get more people on the flag point to stop the flag cap. But at the same time, blue players still sending more players in from the western spawn point as well to still make sure that they have enough numbers of players in the flag. 1 chevron up, and that's it. The game is now over, close defeat. The UAC team win the battle by 26 tickets to 0. Unbelievable, almost turned around the match from the OK team. Very close match. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. Congratulations to both teams for a very well fought match and battle on this wonderful map of Sumari. A good look at that. The map is going to switch really fast. And that's it. Holy moly. UAC versus OK. Odinites versus Ukrainian Coalition. Epic match indeed. Unbelievable. Let's have a quick analysis before we end for the day. Holy moly. We get into this. I just want to highlight this match. All right. All right, so that was amazing. Congratulations to UAC for winning both rounds of today's match for the Squad Open Tournament of 2023. Very well fought battle from both teams. Old Knights performed miraculously, and we just saw near the end with only 5 less tickets remaining. Blue team went full force. OK team went full force on material site flag here, and had they captured this, it would have evened out the ticket gap, and then it would have went either way. That second round could have went either way, but UAC, they managed to hold down their defense really well despite losing their southern fob here. So really quick, I want to highlight what happened this second round for those of you who are just tuning in right now. So UAC, they started on the eastern spawn point here, and the Old Knights team, they started on the western spawn point here. We saw a similar turn of events for like how we saw in first round, where FOBs were set on the north and the south sides from both teams, and most of the tug of war was happening for both rounds and 2 on the northern walled courts flag on the north here. Both teams, they kept switching around. You know, one team would take over the flag for a minute, and then they get pushed out the flag by the other team. Back and forth there. On the southern side, it was a bit quiet for the second round because most of the focus has been focused on the northern flag instead. But at the same time, the OK team with the Spec OE players from the blue team here, they kept around 5 to 7 players pressuring the river line on the south side to try to get an upper hand advantage up against UAC here. Mortar users were being operated on the southeast side from UAC. On the northwest side, OK team, they set double mortars on the little green fields here west of the area. Their spawn points were further away from the flag around here, but it was a very close within 150-meter run. This is a very small map, so your spawns could be a bit farther away. But again, most of the teams were clustering around here. Multiple mortar support explosions going on from both teams. Mortars being launched from here, like that, and the southeastern mortars launching up here. So throughout the entire match, we saw non-stop mortars going on here, occasional mortar redirection on the southern sides here. Later, at the last half of the match, the FOB from the UAC team has fallen on the northern side. They reset it further northeast with the direct supply route to their main base for easy mortars and easy ammo as needed. They set their hab past the rock craters around here and allowed their players to trickle in across the river to hit walled courts with full force, not losing the northern security there. On the south side, Spec OE players, despite taking a couple threats on here with a couple tricklers from the UAC team pushing past the western river line, the Spec OE blue players managed to slip past, hit the southern side of the hab where it's been set here, and then they managed to send another sneaky player from the blue team, their engineer, to get behind enemy lines to where the radio's at, and to also topple the mortar users from UAC operating here on the east. So at the last 10 minutes of the match, we saw that the blue team was able to completely take out the hab in the south, and the moment the FOB was wiped out by the engineer from the blue team, okay, the blue team, they decided, you know what, send all spawns from the northwestern hab that we have here and send them diagonally to the southeast to hit the southern material site flag here. At that point in the game, the last 5 minutes of the game, UAC still have full control of walled courts, and there are still a lot of blue players tug-of-war in the flag here, but we saw that the blue team started sending another additional squad to support the war effort with Spec OE players here after the hab was taken out from the red team. And from that, the flag got neutralized. It was very close, less than 5 tickets left. They realized that, you know what, we have a higher probability of taking out and capping the southern material site flag to lock in the tickets rather than having a walled course. So what the blue team decided was, you know what, let's keep enough people to firefight it out at walled course, knowing that it's going to be a stalemate battle there, and the flag was already in full control of the red team from UAC. And the UAC still had their they still had their hab and their FOB safe and sound on the eastern side, so the assault from UAC was solid up here, and they had the flag fully capped. With that in mind, the blue team, they realized, you know what, launch mortar support from both the blue team mortars southeast to keep the explosions going, to keep the red team players out, as the red team players trickled in from the northeast and from rally points trying to save the flag here. And more blue players send full force here to support the Spec OE players at around almost 15 players on the flag from the blue team to try to secure the flag, but they ran out of tickets. But had that flag been capped, it would have shifted the complete battle tide of the game, and the battle line was about to shift from a vertical to a northwest to southeast diagonal like this, with blue team security here and with the fresh FOB here. So it would have shifted the tide where the red team would have been focused like that, and the blue team would have had control in the southwestern portion like that. But we saw very close match, 20 ticket gap. This Sumari, small map, 27v27, both teams excellent utilization of rally points, flanking, FOB placements, and mortar tactics, and of course squad leadings, and of course all utilizing medics and every single kit that you have available for your squad. Both teams did very well. Again, congratulations to the Ukrainian coalition, UAC, for the victory. OK, Old Knights did fantastic. Both teams were evenly matched, and we have seen squad gameplay at the highest level. Even though we didn't have any commander assets such as the artillery barrages and all that, we saw squad foundational gameplay at its highest in this map and in this match and in this tournament. Again, you're watching the Squad Open Tournament of 2023. My name is Socrates, your Shoutcaster. Always great to be here. Great job to both teams. Thank you all for the team players, the families and friends, and the viewers as well for being here, watching the match, cheering on your teammates and friends, and for your support as well. Make sure to follow and subscribe for more epic streams. Contact me on my Discord at the ! Discord in the chat. Thank you so much to Rose, Husky Boy, and everybody in the chat, all the mods, making sure that, everything's, all orderly and secure for the chat box there. I really appreciate your help, Rose and Husky, and every mod that we have here. Returning viewers, thank you so much for your continued support. Keep in touch again at the Discord. Send me a private message. Send me a friend request on Discord if you want to send me direct messages on Discord. Check out the VOD later on Twitch and also on my YouTube gaming channel in the Twitch description. And yeah, feel free to check out the rest of my videos that I have. Again, thank you so much for your support. Happy Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and eat some lunch and drink some water. So again, this is a Squad Open Tournament 2023. Special shout out to the Squad Open Tournament staff for this is probably the best organized tournament I've ever participated in. So you're all amazing. Check out the rest of the matches going on today. There's other matches. Maybe I think they're still going on right now, about to end now because they're in their second round. But I'll see y'all later. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that this stream and all this energetic shoutcasting and, of course, the teams participating, I hope that this brought joy in your lives. Whatever you're going through, whether you're going through a tough week, a tough weekend, a tough day, I hope, again, that me and everybody else participating in this tournament brought joy and happiness to your life today. Have a great day. Stay safe. Stay happy. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out.